Let's introduce you to our starting goaltenders in this contest between the Ironwood Fawning Yoopers and the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings. First, for the visitors, Julius Houston in net for the second consecutive contest, 7-12 on the season. 7-12-1 make that. 333 goals against average, 906 save percentage, 2 shutouts, as we said, stopping 33 of 39 yesterday. On the other side, it will once again be Eric Schutte up in the 20 save, a shutout last night. Schutte out of Olaf, Kansas, number 31, 17-9 on the season, 178 goals against average, 916 save percentage, had 5 shutouts in the regular season. It is a chance for the Riverkings to move on to the second round of the USPHL Premier Midwest Playoffs. It is a chance for Ironwood to continue their season here on the road tonight. They showed some spark yesterday, showed some fight. The Riverkings pulling away late, and we'll see if Ironwood's got a little something up their sleeve here in game number 2. Puck is down. We are underway from the Southwood County Rec Center. Thanks for joining us here on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Ironwood going to work right away as they put that puck into the offensive zone, taking a shot in front. That one is deflected by Brett Delat, stepping out. Here is Adam Peterson carrying across the line onside. Alexander Mavrogiannis had quite the game yesterday. He only shows up on the score sheet once with his goal. However, he was also a very big contributing factor in the Tom McManus goal as he had set a screen in front. Wasn't making friends with Julius Houston yesterday. There's a pass back ahead for Mavrogiannis, who has it stripped away by the second leading scorer in the USPHL Premier Midwest West this season. That's number 7, Caleb Griffin, out of Regina, Saskatchewan. Now out of the stick of Tom McManus, who pokes it ahead for Matisse Kaczmarek. 2 goals for him in yesterday's game 1. This one is out of play, and that'll bring a face-off here exactly 1 minute into this first period. Well, there you see the changes. Cole Krieger jumps up to that second line with Ryan Manson, Matisse Kaczmarek. It normally would be Brooks Hatfield, who was out with an illness this evening. Hatfield scoring the first goal of the game yesterday. Krieger did notch an assist on that shorthanded goal by Matisse Kaczmarek. Krieger spent some time with Manson Kaczmarek a little earlier on this season before Brooks Hatfield returned as well. Zach Earl across the line, number 9 for the Yoopers, trying to pass it across. That one does eventually make it through as it goes through the skates of Krieger. Sheehan taken down by Kaczmarek, trying to race ahead, intercepted by Ironwood. Played back ahead for Griffin. He'll just chip it into the zone for Earl. However, that was offside. Whistle and a face-off. We had touched a little bit yesterday early in the contest on Ironwood's ability to throw the defenseman into the play and gamble quite a bit. Didn't see that a lot out of the Yoopers yesterday. Saw it a little bit late in the game. Did cost them on a couple of occasions with those late goals, but certainly a team that is not shy about trying to generate some offense. Good push to start here. And there you see now it's Young coming back the other way, going one-on-one. Had that puck poked away by Graham Scott. But a little bit of a gamble there by Ironwood, and it was a one-on-one back the other way with Young. Now a pass ahead for Michael Seachy, the former River King, passing it back to the slot. Scott with a shot, and the save made by Schutte. Nice early test there of Eric Schutte. Jones trying to poke it ahead. Young looking to lift his stick. It'll go back into the zone where Delat has to give over for Jacob Gatos. First look of the weekend at Zach Michelli, number 11, as he jumps out with Jesse Edwards and Rich Young. Backhanded out to center. McManus ahead for Michelli, who sends in another later edition of this Riverkings lineup. Number 11, Michelli, again in there on the forecheck. Riverkings making some more changes as they send out Nurse and McPhee. McPhee able to play it back into the zone. Intercepted by Ironwood. Carried ahead. Can't pass by Martin. There's a shot from Morrison right into the glove and held on to by Schutte. Should mention that Caleb Bowman will not be available for this contest after that headbutting penalty yesterday. Got a game disqualification, which is good for a suspension in the subsequent contest. No word if there is a game 3 if he will be available for that. Morrison, they're going to weave all the way through, back for Sorensen. Morrison, good job to hold it in, chops it back to the slot area. Gatos was waiting though. And he and Brett DeLatte will play catch back behind. Here's DeLatte with a pass ahead that gets intercepted by Sorensen. He was trying to connect with Peterson. Mavrogiannis looking to return to DeLatte. He'll get hit by Ryan Danner. Danner, as we said, can be a very dangerous player. 17 points in 15 games this season. And now Morrison across the line going one-on-one right at Gatos. That usually doesn't work out so well as Gatos bumps him off of the puck. It'll be played back out to center. Scott had the red line sent in no further than DeLatte. He tried to connect with Mavrogiannis wide open on the far side wing. Goes all the way down for icing. See the Riverkings poking a little bit here, starting to find some soft spots in that Ironwood D through the neutral zone. They connected with Young last time up the near side. Now looking for Mavrogiannis, who was wide open on the far side. Might have gone in for a good scoring chance, but the pass did not connect. Here's Earl. Has Wellman back. Decides to wrap it toward the corner on the far side. DeLatte and Sheehan will meet. Sheehan puts the body into DeLatte. Bouncing puck coming toward Jacob Gatos. And he'll send it out to neutral. Wellman steps up. Griffin to the line. No further than DeLatte. Griffin trying to get it away from Mavrogiannis. Right back to Gatos as the two teams play catch at neutral. Finally, Gatos sends it in. We're down to 15:55 left here in the first period. Scoreless, game number 2. Riverkings looking to advance. For the line, Earl. Dangerous pass does make it out to neutral. Raymond Fleming and Tom McManus now out on the ice. You'll see pretty short bench as far as the defensemen are concerned for the Riverkings as Kasserek comes across the line, dips, takes a shot. Houston with a save. You'll see a lot of McManus and Fleming, Gatos and DeLatte. And now here is Kasserek setting up in front, tried the shot, got deflected up and out of play as Ironwood does a good job of getting in front of their goaltender. Zach Hartley and Colin Moore, the other two on the blue line. Kyle McCauley still out with concussion protocol on the Riverkings side. And here you're going to see a shift now of Hartley and Colin Moore. Face off over the right-hand side of Houston. It is won, but then turned over by Martin, spun back out in front by Mance. Ended up having a little too much heat on it, and here comes Michael Seachy. Seachy across the line, had it poked away by Hartley. Kasserek on the back check will put Seachy into the boards. Wolf back for Seachy, trying to stuff it at the side of the net. And it's played back to the line. Dalton Teeter stepping up, trying to connect with Seachy. Started the season with the Wisconsin Muskies. Moore for Kasserek. Sent ahead once again. Teeter in his own zone will play it back ahead now. And the Riverkings will accept it at neutral and send right back in. Jesse Edwards with a goal yesterday, working his way in on the forecheck, number 15 for the Riverkings. Seachy at center. Young, as Griffin escaped the check, it's sent out to center again. Here is Teeter. He'll just play it to Wellman. Comes all the way to the corner. Zach Curry giving chase. Curry has scored, or I should say notched a point in every single game this season, all 5 against Ironwood. I believe Brett DeLatte is the only other. Jacob Gatos had up until yesterday. No points for Gatos in game 1. That one goes down and will be whistled on an icing call. .07 left here in the first period. Game 2. Second-seeded Riverkings and the 7th-seeded Ironwood Fighting Yoopers. 6-0 the victory for the Riverkings yesterday. Scoreline that doesn't really do justice to how close that game was through the first, I'd say, about 45 minutes. Things kind of went off the rails late. Young back to McManus. Wrist shot deflected in front. Rebound loose, poked away by Houston right at the last moment. Otherwise, Young had a wide open net. Fleming chopping it back toward Edwards. Edwards able to play it down low. The Rochester, New York native, number 15, former Rochester Rebel. Trying to pull the puck away, but it's back out to center. And here's Nurse. Nurse in his first season of juniors out of Mountain Vista High School in Colorado. Sent right back in by the Yoopers. This one's starting to have a pretty similar feel to the first period that we saw yesterday. Ended up scoreless after the first 20. Saw a push by the Riverkings to start, and then a push back by Ironwood. maybe a little bit of an opposite feel to it. We saw Ironwood getting a good push to start off as this one comes in on shoot. He goes wide. It'll be icing as Sheehan caught up, but McManus was down at the bottom of the circle first.
Mattressburg, save money, sleep happy. Whiskey Rapids Saloon is on 2nd Street.
Brings us down to 13:05. Shots on goal even at 2 aside. In the line of McPhee, Nurse, and Michelli. Faceoff comes back to the lat. He did not miss that by much as he slapped that one high to the left-hand side. Back over to this side, Alex Jones has Earl up the wall, leaves it for Earl. He'll get harassed by Michelli. Jones trying to twist it toward the point area. Nurse comes in, battling for the puck. Earl ends up with it. Here comes Zach Earl. They're going to dip around DeLatte. Didn't work it out. Michelli, he would have caught up to that. Almost caught the defenseman changing. Now Sheehan. Cross-corner dump into the near side. Griffin had Gatos take that puck away from him. Jacob Gatos has it again, safely off the glass, back up. Peterson trying to knock it down. He'll get past Earl. Can't get past Sorensen though. Riverkings back in possession. That is Austin Porter's, that's Alexander Mavrogiannis going to work down in the corner. Porter is out there now as well. McManus, backhand one from the red line. No further than Sorensen. Mavrogiannis trying to poke it past him. And here's Griffin. Griffin. Really get it away from Peterson. Couldn't get it past Corvers, though. Gavin Matson, number 98. Sent in. A bouncer that goes wide of Schuette's net. He'll stop it up. Seachy working on the forecheck. Here's Peterson. He's trying to get it out. Couldn't get it past Matson, though. Now on his skates. A bouncing puck comes back to Seachy. Good play there by Fleming to knock it away. Here's McManus. Both of these teams are testing the temperature again early on in this one. Almost to the halfway point of this first period. That pass will go down, and it will be an icing as Martin wins the race. Oh, we talk about Caleb Griffin. Talked about him quite a bit yesterday. He was 79 points, second best in the USPHL Premier Midwest West. Through 41 games, Zach Earl, number 9, is line mate. 55 points on the season, 24 goals, 31 assists. Ryan Danner, like we said, one to watch. He's out on the ice right now with his 17 points through 15 games. As Peterson going to win the race. Able to negate the icing, trying to center. Quarters rips it away from him. 56 points on the season for Austin. Quarters the best on the Riverkings side. And now Moore uses that long reach to hold in, but here comes a chance for a 2-on-1 back the other way, led by Alex Jones. Jones across the line, going to pass it off, deflected just wide. Good back check by Kasserek to force the issue. They were looking for Danner. And now Moore plays it back behind. Danner trying to step into him. Colin Moore able to flip it back out to center. And there you see a defenseman leading the charge for Ironwood that time. It was Alex Jones with Danner to his right-hand side. And if Matisse Kasserek hadn't got back, Danner might have got a better opportunity there. And the Riverkings zone again with 10:21 left here in the first period. Still scoreless, game number 2. Teeter will fire it right back in behind Schuette's net. I have to say that so far, feeling a little bit of a tilt toward our left-hand side in this first period. Krieger trying to fight through a couple of checks, ends up forcing the turnover as Ryan Mance with. Mance spun a shot, got blocked by Griffin. Now Teeter out to center. Earl trying to catch up with it, but that long reach to the lat takes the puck away. Sheehan across the line, but offside. Brendan Sheehan, a good player down the stretch for the Ironwood Fighting Yoopers as well. Talk about guys that were point-per-game players. How about Sheehan? 15 points in 11 games for number 77. St. Croix Falls, former Minot Minotauro. And here comes Sheehan again. Takes a shot and scores! A tricky wrister from Sheehan. Right along the ice to the blocker shot of Schuette. And just past halfway, the Ironwood Fighting Yoopers have taken a 1-0 lead here in the first period. So it was in his 11 games with Ironwood. He's found a little soft spot and set one in, and now across the line but offside.
He was assisted by number 2.
Mike Sweetchie might hear a little something about that as the whistle blew and he threw a wrist shot up, but he said, I didn't hear the whistle in time. So Ironwood's first goal all season against Eric Schutte. And the Riverkings facing a little bit of adversity here. Like we said, it kind of felt like maybe the ice was tilted down to our left-hand side here a little bit. We'll see if this is an alarm clock of sorts for the Riverkings. It's not going to be bumped by Young. He'll send him all the way back to the backboards as it's held in now by Fleming. Fleming had it knocked away, and here's a little space to work for Earl. Shot, save made. That's actually Gavin Matson, number 98. Now Young trying to go across the line. Had his pocket picked. Ethan Wolf, number 4, gets back to the puck, trying to set it back for Seachy. Didn't get through though, and here's McManus. Edwards ahead for Curry. Bouncing puck just out of Young's reach. Jones tracks back. He'll send it ahead. He was on the wrong side of the red line. That should go for an icing, but does not. Not sure why. Ahead for Nurse, and he's got some space as Ironwood making some changes. They get back to the wall just in time, so he sends in for Michelli. Yoopers working up the near side with Morrison. Nifty pass across for Pillett. John Pillett across the line, wrist shot. Blocked by Schutte. Pillett following up his rebound. Gatos able to escape with the puck. And he was trying to skate ahead, had it knocked away. Comes over to this side for DeLatte. Brett DeLatte got hooked. Penalty going to be coming up here to Pillett. Scott on the touch, brings the whistle, and we will see the Riverkings power play. It's one of the things Brett DeLatte does real well is moves his feet and continues to keep them moving. See Pillett get that stick up. DeLatte kind of looked back at him, knowing that he was fouled, and that'll bring out the power play. As we said, that ended up going 1 for 4 yesterday. Second best in the regular season, the USPHL Premier Midwest West, only 1/10 of a percentage point behind the Minnesota Moose. McManus fires in back behind. Husett stops it up and gives over to this side for Jones. It's Earl trying to return to Jones. Riverkings working hard along the wall on the near side. McManus able to bat it back for Mavrogiannis. Returns to Peterson, who overskated the puck. Ends up coming back to Peterson. Mavrogiannis going to get called here for a hook. Not sure which Yooper it was that was about to skate away with a puck. Mavrogiannis put his stick down. Ended up putting his stick in the equipment, and that'll negate a minute 32 of power play time for the Riverkings. 7:35 left here in this first period of play, game number 2. First lead of the weekend so far for Ironwood, 1-0 on the Sheehan goal. Here's Scott, wrist shot deflected. It's Kaczmarek who got a stick on it, and the puck goes out of play. Face off back over the right-hand side of Eric Schutte. A lot of open ice for some pretty talented players out there right now, including Sheehan and Griffin on the Ironwood side. On the other side, you're going to want to watch Brett DeLatte, number 5 for the Riverkings, as that shot goes in. It's brushed aside by Schutte. Kaczmarek and Krieger up front for Marty Quarters and the Riverkings right now as well. DeLatte puts a hit in on Griffin. Ironwood bench trying to get a call, won't get it though. This one is flipped up and out of play off of the stick of Jacob Gatos. Riverkings will not be allowed to change. By the way, Jacob Gatos on the season, one of the most potent goal scorers on defense. Gatos scoring a total of 21 goals this season, 21 and 20 for a total of 41 points, excuse me. It's not often that you see a defenseman scoring more goals than notching assists. Pass for Griffin was well telegraphed by the Riverkings. They were able to deflect it out of danger. Now here comes Peterson across the line. He'll get slashed by Sheehan. Peterson trying to skate free. Picks it back up. Tries to stuff at the side of the net. And then Quarters goes in. Falls down. Net comes off of the moorings. Quarters doubled over right in front of the blue paint. We may see a penalty out of this. Ref is skating back toward the scorer's table, and it looks like he might have something to say. And they have given a penalty to Ironwood. It is Julius Husett. Well, that would explain why Quarters went down. Husett goes off for the slash.
Penalty will be served by number 2, Graham Scott.
Graham Scott will serve it now 4-on-3 here for the next 44 seconds. Riverkings in possession off of the face-off, and it's Ryan Mance. Gatos for Mance, down at the bottom of the circle again. Has the lat right in front. He is denied by Husett. Big rebound comes out, and Ironwood is able to clear. Boy, Ironwood is probably holding their breath there. Husett with a nice save on the lap, and then he spit that rebound right back out into a pretty dangerous area. Here's Mance. Across for the lat with a little space. Just decides to flip it in. Bounces away from Husett. One-on-one battle back behind as Kasarek tries to get that puck. He gets tied up by Martin. Mance there to help out. The lad has to pinch in, trying to knock it down. Martin right there, leaving Kasarek alone down low. The considering pass didn't make it through. One back now for Ironwood. It's Pillett out of the box. 4-on-4 for the next 22 seconds, and the Riverkings will get a brief power play. Here's Gatos. Pass across. Well read by Sichi. And then it's a deflected shot off of the stick of the lap. Mance. Angling away. Mance cannot get through that final line of defense, and now a chance for some numbers back the other way. Here's Martin leading the charge. He's got Sichi back behind. Drops it that way. Sichi walking in. Shot it over the top of the net. And now a chance to go back the other way, but Kasarek is going to get dinged for a penalty. I cannot see which Yooper that is down. .45 seconds still left on the Husett penalty, and now there goes Kasarek into the box. 2 minutes, I think that was Griffin that he ended up getting the elbow up on.
That is considered 2 minutes for interference.
Call it interference. As the penalties continue to roll here with 5:33 left in the first period. Still a 1-0 lead for Ironwood. Looks like Pillett is maybe trying to argue that there should have been more to Kasarek, but not going to happen. 4-on-4 here for the next 45. And then Ironwood, barring any further penalties, will get an opportunity on the power play. Peterson. Back for Raymond Fleming. Fleming running out of time in a hurry as he spins free back behind, and now Raymond Fleming's going to carry back ahead. Nice pass on for Peterson. Quarters breaking to the net mouth. Takes the shot. There is a save as Peterson maybe was just trying to use the goalie as a passing apparatus there. He had both Fleming and Quarters breaking toward the net. Husett's able to hold on. Still 22 seconds left on Husett's slash. 5:10 left here in the first. Shots on goal 7-4 in favor of Ironwood. Riverkings looking to change that here. Looking to change that scoreline as well, as that one's deflected just wide. Ends up going toward the far side post. Not yet cleared, and then sent down low by McManus. Actually goes off of the ref. And there's the clear back out. Here is Sheehan, who has the goal in this contest. One-on-one with Gatos. Had it poked away. Gatos trying to play it up the wall. And now Ironwood is back to full strength. Play back ahead and then deflected out of the zone by Mance. Leaves 65 seconds on the power play. Zach Earl, fresh off of the bench for Ironwood, now in possession. Can't get away from Mavrogiannis, who loses his stick. Puck comes out to neutral, and here comes Sheehan. Away from one, still carrying on. Sheehan takes the shot, save is made, rebound now cleared. Not out though, another shot spun on, gets blocked, then another one from Pillett, stopped by Schutte. Back to the line here, Sheehan, 40 seconds left on the power play for Ironwood. Knocked away and then cleared. Nervous moments there for the Riverkings, however, they get it back out. Sheehan with a pass off, Earl knocked down at center, Griffin across the line. Griffin finesses one to the corner, Peterson with a big hit put on there on Earl. And now Peterson comes back into the scrum as Gatos tries to tie up the puck. 15 seconds left of the power play, open point, and the puck comes back out to center. Earl and Peterson tie up behind the play. Riverkings were looking for a penalty call there. And then Peterson goes right back at Griffin, and now Peterson and Morrison come together. And then Quarters pulls one away. Martin is in, Gatos is in. And remember when we said the teams were testing the temperature a little earlier? Well, now the temperature has risen. It all started with Earl and Peterson behind the play, and then Peterson went at Griffin, and then Morrison went at Peterson. It looks like Peterson's going to end up getting a penalty. Morrison's going to get one as well. Peterson not at all pleased. As we see, tempers beginning to flare. With 3:33 left here in the period. We'll see what other kinds of calls we may or may not get out of this. It looks like it's just going to be Peterson and Morrison. Pillett over trying to plead some kind of case toward the ref. And I think Pillett might have, did he just take a penalty or was he just told to get away? And we have face-off just outside of the Riverkings end. And a 4-on-4 situation coming up.
2 minutes for roughing. 2 minutes for roughing Wisconsin Rapids number 28. Ironwood penalty to number 23, Tyler Morrison.
Either way you slice it, at this point in the contest, both teams are going to have to try to figure out a way to keep their composure.
Penalty 16-27.
Because if you keep that penalty box swinging open, as it has been in the past 7 minutes or so, someone's going to capitalize. There is a shot in by Mance that ends up getting gloved down by Houston. As of right now, the opportunities are even, but if one team were to start sliding a little bit in the composure department, could very easily start swinging things the other way. 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from a cooling down period, though. There's a pass back across for Danner, skips away from him. McManus couldn't get it past Danner now, who looks to maybe turn the corner, but McManus takes him down. Here's Pillett, attempted centering pass, knocked away. Danner ends up getting a shot off that's blocked. Another wrist shot from Scott that gets deflected wide. Back in the corner, Danner able to step free, still working out. Now wanted to pass it off. Kasserek tailed him all the way. And here's a pass back ahead for Ryan Mance. One-on-one with the defender. Mance looking to walk through. There's a shot, save, rebound. Mance trying to settle it down. Throws it right back to the front of the blue paint. Now a pass that almost gets through, and Danner would have been in alone. We get a whistle, and it's because the net's off down at the far right-hand side. Well, 4-on-4 suits both of these teams well, as they've got the talented players and certainly have the speed. Almost saw back-to-back opportunities there. First it was Mance coming across. It was a shot from Fleming. And Danner almost got free back the other way for Ironwood. Face-off just outside of their zone over the far side wall. It is won by the Yoopers. Martin decides to take the glass and get it back out to center. 53 seconds of 4-on-4. Here's Delat for Gatos. Gatos passed on. Alexander Mavrogiannis steps across the line. Tailed by Sici, put in the boards. Mavrogiannis ends up falling over Sici. And now DeLatte trying to poke it free, but here comes Earl. 1-on-3 across the line. Earl running out of time and options, just puts it down low, hoping for Seachy to catch up to it. He and Gatos will come together. DeLatte trying to poke it free. Seachy just trying to hold it down there. Has Wolf surveying as well. 22 seconds left of the 5-on-3. Now Earl comes up with a puck. Feeds it back toward the point. Held in by Ironwood. Wellman able to step up. Wellman has it again. Throws it to the far side while hoping that Scott can catch up with it. Gatos there first, though. Ahead for Mavrogiannis, who just lets it go back out to center. 5 seconds of 4-on-4. Knocked down by DeLatte. He'll play it back out to center. Mavrogiannis on for Gatos. He's got some space. Go back 5-on-5. Gatos couldn't step around Scott. Try to play it back to the corner. Peterson out of the box, onto the ice. Now has it. He'll try to spin away from Earl. Throws it back to the corner where Kasserek catches up to it first. 1:20 left in the first period. Here's Sheehan. Chance for a 3-on-2. Has Earl with across the line on the near side. Bass to Sheehan through his skates. Sheehan with a step at the side of the net. Stopped by shooting. Sheehan. Right back to the corner where it's intercepted by Kasserek again. Nice pass on for Quarters. Has Peterson ahead. Going to try to feed that, but just missed him. Peterson catches up to it first. Peterson trying to body away Martin. Has Kasserek now. Kasserek spins free. Nobody covering him. Kasserek with a pass across. Just skips away from Mance. McManus tosses it down low. It was knocked down by Earl. No high stick, and now a pass back ahead. All the way into the Riverkings zone will be tracked down by Fleming first. 40 seconds left in the period. Pass on for Peterson. Ends up finding Kasserek. He'll get bumped by Earl, sent back out to neutral. Mance is in the offensive zone, so delayed offside. And now Griffin strips the puck. Here's Griffin across the line, but offside as Earl stepped in just a tad too early. Excellent pace late in this one, now that we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 26 and a half left up on the scoreboard here before our first intermission. Face off just outside of the Riverkings end. Here is Mance. Sends a bouncer in wide. Krieger and Kasserek out there as well. Krieger comes crashing in. Knocked down by Scott, but Krieger's back to his skates, and he's going to force the issue and pull the puck away. Krieger to Kasserek. Winds up the shot. The save made by Houston. And he will toss that puck right back to the circle in 9 seconds left in the period. Kasserek, Manson, Krieger staying out. It'll be Kasserek to pull the trigger, trying to play it back to Krieger. Ends up finding him out. Krieger with a puck looking to take a shot. Feeds it down low for Mance. Kasserek walks in and scores with 1 second remaining in the period. The Riverkings with the buzzer beater tie it right before the break. Krieger tries to fight through a couple of stick checks, ends up throwing it toward the net mouth. Nobody covers Kasserek. He's got his 3rd goal of the weekend. And a monstrous moment for the Riverkings at 19:59 of the first period. Will that be the momentum they need?
19:59.
Welcome back, everyone. Just about set to begin this second period of play here in game number 2 between the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and the Ironwood Fighting Yoopers. All square at 1 after 20. And really after 19:59, that one was right at the buzzer by Matisse Kasserek. Ryan Manson, Cole Krieger will get the assists. Brendan Sheehan scoring at 10:18 of that first period from Graham Scott was what got us started. A lot of penalties in that first period as well on both sides. A couple of power play opportunities going awry. I don't believe either one of the two teams got a full power play at any point in that first period. They were cut off by penalties, 4-on-4s. Maybe we'll see a little bit cleaner second period here as far as the penalty sheet goes. Well, they always say that goals in the first minute of a period or the last minute of a period are major momentum markers, and we will see if that's exactly what happens here. Don't forget the Riverkings yesterday sailing away late in that contest with 5 third-period goals. We weren't even, in fact, yesterday. It was no score after the first period, and Ironwood held in for most of the second until Brooks Hatfield started the scoring, but we'll see what we have here in game number 2. No power plays, no carryover penalty time as we begin the second period. Here's Jacob Gatos back on his own end as the Riverkings will now defend the goal down to our right-hand side. Shots were even at 8 aside in that first period of play. Although they were even, felt a little bit of a sense that Ironwood was controlling the play for quite a bit of that period, tilting the ice down to the left-hand side. The Riverkings got that late goal to negate all of that. Alexander Mavrogiannis trying to weave through a bunch of blue jerseys, had it knocked away. Here's Martin. Peterson lifts his stick back behind as the Riverkings trying to find some jump early on in the period. Sent back ahead, deflected by Danner. He and Galat will chase. Galat gets there first, though, and that's an icing 30 seconds in. Danner with his palms to the sky, trying to figure out why that was icing. It was right in Galat's back pocket, but one did go all the way down. Keith Gastrick having a pretty good weekend. He's got 3 goals, including that shorthanded tally yesterday, the second goal of the game, which was early on in the third period. Kind of started the scoring barrage for the Riverkings. Now we'll chop it over for Mance. In front for Krieger. He's denied by Husett. Good save. Fleming tosses one right back down low. Finds Mance. He'll try the side of the net. That one deflected out in front. They were looking for Krieger, and it gets poked away. Now Fleming puts his shoulder into Morrison, but Danner comes over the puck 1-on-3, trying to skate free. Krieger knocked him off the puck. Penalty coming up here, though. I think we may see an interference as Morrison was bumped. Well, he was going for that loose puck. It will be Raymond Fleming, and now a power play opportunity coming up here for Ironwood. They're listed at 0 for 0 in the first period, although they did get the Riverkings to take a couple of penalties. They didn't get any power play time. Riverkings went 0 for 2. So here is Ironwood now on the power play. Sheehan, the goal scorer, is out there with Griffin, Pillett, Morrison. See the 4 forwards and 1 defense out there. Late offside, so Peterson will take the puck back and clear. Zach Earl off of the touch from Husett, trying to wind up in his own end. Will take it back over toward the far side. Looking to escape Peterson. Earl carries across the line, then drops it back for Griffin. He can't get away from Peterson. Cleared back to the line and out. Good penalty killing here by the Riverkings early on in this second period. Long pass head by Husett, locates Griffin. Pillett waiting at the line, and now here comes Griffin across. They're going to set up. That deflected pass goes back into the corner, where it's controlled by Ironwood. Galat puts the hit on. It's Wolf trying to pull the puck free. Kasserek out there as well. Griffin gets bumped by McManus, and now Kasserek will clear. Very aggressive penalty killing, but it's working out right now very well for the Riverkings. Now Kasserek picks the pocket, and here he comes in short, handed over the top of the net. Looking for his second shorty of the weekend. Now Danner needs to be very careful with Matisse Kasserek working in. Here is Danner. Slips around a check, still walking in. Danner takes the shot they made by shooting. Wolf able to tie up his man. Trying to skate away from McManus. Played back down the wall by Scott. Held on to by Seachy. And a little too close there as Kasserek was able to knock it away. Husett, long pass ahead. His forwards were offside anyway. Now here's Kasserek. Attempted to pass it across for Mance. Ends up finding him now, and here's Mance one-on-one with the defender. Mance trying to step around Martin. Gets around him, tries to pull the trigger, gets taken down, and he'll draw a penalty. Another one played out in front, touched up by Ironwood. And just as the Riverkings go back to full strength, Ironwood takes the penalty, and now Rapids goes down the power play. credit Ryan Mance there, the veteran player, smart player, just able to find some space, trying to walk free, taken down. Not much question about the call there.
2 minutes for tripping to Ironwood, number 25.
After Ironwood has their first power play fall by the wayside, Rapids will get their third attempt. There's Gavin Matson. Chipped it around Fleming. Good start to the penalty kill for Ironwood as they play it all the way back down into Riverkings territory. Mavrogiannis can't get a handle on it. Matson will flip it across, but it's intercepted, and here comes Quarters across the line. With space, Quarters shot, missed the target. All the way back to Fleming at the point. Fleming holds in, gives down for Peterson. Peterson returns to Fleming. Fleming fires the shot. The save is made off of the blocker as it comes back over the wall. Here's Fleming again. Not shy about pulling the trigger from that spot. Peterson able to walk all the way through. Takes the shot. The save is made. Good job by Houston to direct that out of danger, and it's cleared down. First 45 seconds of the power play gone. 2 pretty good opportunities so far for the Riverkings. Here's the lap. Trying to step out. Passed off for McManus. McManus across the line. Fake a long shot. Takes it all the way down low. McManus still with the puck. Ends up banking it off of the back of the net. DeLatte wraps it back down low toward the corner of the far side where Peterson has it skip over his stick, and now Krieger right back for Peterson. Trying to angle away. Peterson just stops him at the half wall. DeLatte had to reach for that one. Gives back for Peterson. Dealt it down low. Missed Krieger, but he's got it. Now here's Mavrogiannis for DeLatte again. 36 seconds left on the power play. Wrist shot deflected just wide. Now at the side of the net, a stuff attempt. And the net comes off the moorings, bringing a whistle. Leaves us with 32 seconds left here on the power play for the Riverkings. Their third opportunity. 1 for 4 yesterday. 1-1 scoreline here from Wisconsin Rapids. Same scoreline in the Ducks and Moose game. Same scoreline in the Blades and Ox game. Whereas the Minnesota Mullets now up to a 4-1 lead over the Muskies, looking to punch their ticket to the second round. The lap over for Jacob Gato. Shot it just wide. He had some space. Would have been Gatos' 22nd of the campaign. Here's Krieger for Mance. At the wall with 15 seconds now left in the power play. Gatos one-timer, half fanned on it. Krieger back toward the corner. 10 seconds left in the power play with Mance setting up again. The lap. Wrist shot, didn't make it through. Krieger setting the screen in front. And Ironwood will clear. The power play is over. Here's Morrison across the line. One-on-one. Gato shot it wide to the left-hand side. Chases the puck down though. Throwing it right back down low. Couldn't feed it through. And now here's Mance again. Chipping it on for Kasserek. Pass spins him around. Wellman will step up to the red line. Trying to fire it in. Now pilled right off of the shin pad of Krieger. This one comes back ahead. A chance for a 2-on-1. Mance and Kasserek with the puck. Kasserek dips his shoulder. Puts it back in front. Save made. Where's the puck? It was under the blocker, and Houston's able to hold it out. Boy, Matisse Kasserek with a nifty move to step around the defender, tried to stuff it right under the armpit of Julius Houston. I think where that puck ended up going was under the blocker on top of his wrist. So then when Houston kind of backed up to make any secondary save he thought might have been necessary, the puck popped back out and was the loop. Right out of the face-up, there's a shot from Young that gets deflected wide. Right back to the circle. Fleming awaits the puck, but it's tipped around him, and now here comes Alex Jones trying to chase it down. McManus trying to run him out of time. The pass across for Wolf misfires. Stepping up, here comes Zach Curry. Curry angled away by Jones. Flip pass, knocked down by Edwards. Spun back at center. Curry on for Young. Chipped back in by Rich Young. First 6 minutes of this second period gone. Still a 1-1 contest here in game 2. Curry forcing the intercept back behind, deflects one off of the side of the net. Comes back to Fleming. Fleming took the shot, blocked in front. Good thing. Otherwise, there were 3 Riverkings waiting right by the blue paint. All the way down. That will go for an icing. Ironwood was selling out toward those shooters back there. They know Fleming likes to pull the trigger, so saw some blue jerseys starting to swarm his way. And as that happened, he put a soft shot on that, almost fed 3 forwards in front. I think it was Jones who ended up poking it away. Otherwise, there would have been some trouble. Here's Gatos. Just through the skates of Nurse. Now McPhee is out there again. with Michelli trying to park out in front. Nurse looking to force the intercept. Poke back ahead. Now here's Wolf. Good hold by to Lack. Now Nurse comes across the line 1-on-3. Tries a wrist shot. Save made. Doucet will hang on. Be there just in case, but nothing pops back. Riverkings pulling away in the shot on goal category now at 15-9. Almost up to 10 shots already here in this second period, whereas Ironwood has only put one away there at shooting so far. Peterson right up in the draw. Another shot, another save made as Doucet hugs onto that one like a friend he hasn't seen in a while. We'll get another face-off. This time the draw is won by Ironwood. Martin going to spin back in the corner, lost the handle on the puck. That's going to allow Peterson to come in and rip it away. Peterson with Mavrogiannis there. Back at the boards, trying to feed it back for Mavrogiannis. Chipped it over to the far side. Nobody home. Sorensen there first for Ironwood. And now here comes Sheehan. Around McManus. Had his stick slapped. Sheehan trying to pick up the puck, and now Earl has Griffin wide open in front. Feeds it that way, and he slides it through the blue paint. Here's Sheehan. Back to the line. Now given over to this side for Scott. Trying the shot. Gets it through. Deflected in front. Earl picks it back up the backhand. Looking for a bit of help. Twists it down low for Griffin. Has Sheehan down there as well. Fed out in front. Earl chopped it just wide. Good shift here by the top line of Ironwood. Here's Griffin for Sheehan once more. Now Scott back at the point. Another wrist shot. Mavrogiannis would not allow, and it comes back out to center. Picked back up by the Riverkings. A long pass ahead in hopes for Peterson. Just misses him. No icing will be called, though. Scott to it first. Nifty move to get away from Peterson, but Mavrogiannis is there to put some pressure on. Peterson tied up by 2. Pillett comes in. Here's Mavrogiannis trying to pull the puck away. Gets chipped away from him. Now back toward the point. Morrison just uses the boards to get it back out to center. Here's DeLatte with another pass ahead. Peterson just put the shoulder to his man. Now taken back ahead, Pillett. Nice move, passed off. Pillett falling down, trying to work his way through the slot. Puck is still loose, bounces around. Pillett comes up with it, gives back for Jones. Wrist shot, save made. Rebound chance, comes back to Pillett. Puck still loose, and then it's played back to the corner. Wrapped around by Gatos. Nobody home at the far side point. Ironwood will chase it down. That will go for an icing as the Yoopers push a bit here with 11:34 left in the second. Yoopers, as we said, a team that has been able to score a lot of goals this season. They may have finished 7th overall in the USPHL Premier Midwest West, but they were a top 5 scoring team. Or they just gave up too many this year. Gave up the second most. The most by any team that made the playoffs. Only 2 teams gave up more than 200 goals. Hudson and Ironwood. That one comes in on shooting. And as we had said yesterday as well, only 86 goals surrendered by the Riverkings this season. So certainly a team that has been stingy defensively. Here is Kasserek. Cross the line, gets around the defender, tries to throw it back out in front. Houston had to make a save on it. Prager able to play it back for Mance, looking in front, hoping for Kasserek. He was well defended. Kasserek and Mance tie up again. Now Gatos all the way down to the circle, feeds it back. Krieger, wrist shot deflected wide, went off of the shin pad of Matson. Flip back out to center in hopes of Seachy. This one's going to roll all the way down. Schutte will have to play it. He just decides to take a cover. Not the worst play there by Ironwood. Throw it down into the offensive zone. Get a face-off. Get that top line back out with Griffin, Sheehan, and Earl. Face-off won by Griffin, but Kasserek ripped it right away. Now Scott with a wrist shot. Save made by Schutte. Griffin almost got his stick down that one. Near deflection there. Could have been a tricky one for Schutte, but he's able to hang on to it. Another line change out for the Riverkings. Edwards, Young, and Curry. To take a draw. Griffin wins it cleanly. Sheehan back toward the point. Shot. That one missed by a bunch. It'll be taken on by McManus. Passed ahead for Curry. Sent down for Sheehan again. Sent it wide of the net. Edwards to it first with a roll right in his back pocket. Those two collide. Griffin got away from Curry. Lost the puck to him, though. Griffin will chase it down again. Edged away by Edwards. Sheehan right back for Griffin. Scott all the way down at the bottom of the circle awaiting that puck. Nobody to cover his point either. Here's Teeter jumping up now. As you can see, the defenseman starting to get a little aggressive. Thrown right out in front, and Griffin just had his stick tied up by Edwards. Otherwise, he was wide open. Looking to make this a 2-1 contest. Sheehan taken out by Fleming. Picked up by Edwards. Ahead for Curry. Now the Riverkings with a chance for some numbers. Here comes Edwards. He's got Young and Curry with. Drop back for Young. Wrist shot. Save made by the blocker of Houston. Here's Edwards back behind again. Spinning away from one. Right out in front for Young. He's denied. Still not out, though, and here's Young again. Looking to play it back to the point. Delat and Gatos are there. Delat, wrist shot. This time, Houston just gets the glove on it and it hangs on. So after a nice push by Ironwood, the Riverkings come right back the other way. Got a couple of chances there. Rich Young denied not once, but twice in front. Houston's starting to feel it again. Like we said, not a bad game from yesterday. The stat line's not going to look good by giving up 6 goals, but especially through the first 40, Julius Houston was very good in net for Ironwood. Looking pretty good here again today, having stopped 19 of 20. Here's Sorensen. Spinning free again with a pass back ahead. Well out of the reach of the forward Danner. Puck on edge. Not going to go down quick enough for icing, so Gatos had to play it. McPhee up the boards for Nurse. He'll toss it in. Gatos looked like he was ready to jump into the play, but he'll go off on a change instead. Now McKelly ties up the puck in the circle. Nurse there to help out as well. Nurse ends up coming up with a puck. He'll take the shot from a tough angle. Save made. Puck bounced around and then cleared out by Ironwood. 8:56 left in the second period. Yoopers not allowed to make the change because that was fired out without a deflection. In the NHL, that would be a penalty. At this level, it is just a whistle, a face-off, and the offending team is not allowed to change. Porters versus Pillett in the face-off dot. Porters one of the best in the USPHL Premier Midwest. You can see Peterson already. Porters will try to pull it back that way, and he might not get a chance to take the face-off. Now Mavrogiannis has to, but he wins it back to Peterson. Dangles through, tried the shot, got deflected. Houston just pokes it back toward the top of the circle. Here's Peterson with a puck again. Takes another shot, might have hit the post there. Otherwise, Houston shrugged it off with the shoulder. Sneaky one there from Peterson. Here's Peterson again, trying to dance in. Knocked away from him, and now here comes Danner. Down around Fleming, lost the puck though. McManus was there to help out. Ironwood able to get some changes made as they send Cici out onto the ice. Puck away from quarters, on for Peterson. Has Mavrogiannis, finds him. He's knocked aside by Sorensen. However, Mavrogiannis finds Peterson in front. Backhanded feed. That one through the blue paint and then out the other side as this one is cleared. Once again, Ironwood's not going to be able to change. Puck goes up and out of the zone into the netting. They got Cici out on the ice. I think they got Danner out on the ice too. So it looked like they got most of that change that they wanted. Face-off comes over the left-hand side of Houston. Won by Krieger. Kasserek couldn't get to it. Gatos out at neutral. Sends it right back in. Jones for Danner with Krieger right there. Now Danner goes off and Madsen on. See the Riverkings starting to put some good pressure on now. Here's Krieger trying to step away. Wolf pokes it back to the wall, muscles him off of the puck. Gatos there. We're seeing a lot of Gatos and Delat, Fleming, and McManus as far as defense pairings for the Riverkings here in this tight 1-1 contest. Poked away by Cici. Krieger trying to come up with it, does. Pulls it off of the wall, now Cici again. Just tosses that one out to neutral, and then Gatos fires it right back in. Good job by the Riverkings to hem in Ironwood right now. They're not allowing them any space to try to get anything going here offensively. Now Kasserek, pass out of the reach of Mance. Sorensen to it first. Ironwood having a hard time getting these breakouts generated. Another turnover. Here's Kasserek. He'll get edged off of the puck by Matson. And now stepping in, it's McManus. He had it poked away. Now here comes Matson, but he lost the handle on the puck, and Fleming is there. Right back to the line, deflected off of Jones' skate and up into the bench.
Transportation Company. When you need to move your group, let laborers do the driving. Solaris brings you
So the Riverkings making things rather difficult right now for Ironwood in their own end. As the Yoopers have been stuck down there several occasions trying to find the outlet passes that just aren't there. Backhanded in by Young, and the Riverkings will go to work on the forecheck again. There you see, Ironwood just has to flip that one back out to center in hopes that someone's going to catch up to it. McManus there, he gets taken down hard from behind. Riverkings want a call. The ref has not put an arm up. Earl there to check in on McManus. He was the one that put the hit on. Gives him a little pat on the hand. Says, good to see you're up. I don't know that there was anything sinister about that, but even though there's not, you will see that called many times. Not this time, though, as Ironwood will have a face-off just outside of the ring. Griffin, Sheehan, and Earl. The battle of the top lines. Mavrogiannis, Peterson, and Quarters on the other side. Here is Peterson coming back. Scott, the defenseman, able to edge him as that one's played off of the side of the net. Here's Peterson twisting it back out in front. Nobody home. Quarters just flips it right back down low for Adam Peterson. They'll get played into the wall by Griffin. Gatos almost lost the handle on the puck. Martin with a pass ahead for Earl, who's got some space. One-on-one with Delat. Changes the angle. Feeds it for Sheehan. Delat was able to poke it away, and here's Sheehan again. Trying to pass it off for Earl. Earl down low for Sheehan again. Gatos comes out to challenge him. Takes the puck away. Earl there to help out. Back to the line. Shot. That one missed wide. Comes over to this side for Mavrogiannis. A chance for him to clear. He'll throw one ahead, hoping for Peterson. Knocked down by Dalton Teeter, though. Griffin trying to get around Delat. Poked away by Mavrogiannis. Wellman there. Back to the River King line. Delat just spins it for Gatos. And a pass ahead deflected in by Austin Quarters. 5.5 left here in this second period. We're still all tied up at 1. Pass on for Griffin. Sent past McManus. McManus over the wall. That one will take a funny bounce all the way back out. It'll be a foot race for this puck. And no icing. Dylan Nurse for Michelli. Looking in front. Had to play it back to McManus, who lost the handle on it. Now look out because Danner going to tie him up. Good play there by McManus. He was in a bit of danger, but he got out of it. Now McManus again, flipping it in. That one wide on Husett. Where it is taken by Jones. Nobody but Raymond Fleming up the wall on the near side. Fleming will send his skipper in. That's knocked aside by Husett. We're seeing again Ironwood just kind of hopefully flinging pucks out to neutral, hoping their speedy forwards can catch up. There's another one. That one misconnects with Danner. Right into the Ironwood end again, and now Jones trying to wind up. He'll have some time, but just throws a pass ahead and again misses Danner. It goes for an icing. Jones had some time with that puck. If he would have just delayed and thought about it maybe for another split second and kept skating, at least could have got the red line and sent in. Danner had been out there for a while as well. Ends up tossing it down for an icing. Good break there for the Riverkings. Now they send out Krieger, Kasserek, and Mance. Trying to get something going on with a face-off here. Face-off is one to Mance. Turns it right over, though, and out to neutral. Fired right back in by Brett Delat. Teeter with Kasserek closing in. Ends up forcing a turnover with Mance able to poke it down low. Now Morrison on a backhand. He's running out of time and space. Nice clear ahead, though, and here comes Danner. Kind of a long shift. He just wants to get off the ice, and he will. Ironwood will send out Caleb Greenow, Jones, and Seachy. Pardon me, Wolf and Seachy. Backhanded in by Krieger. And you see the Riverkings down low, putting a lot of pressure on the forecheck again, and once more a turnover. Now Edwards Calling for it at the side of the net. Back to DeLatte. Has Gatos. Just has to throw it down low. 3-on-2 down low. Edwards trying to set it up. Takes the shot. Rebound chance. Score! And who else but Matisse Kasserek? Edwards was open in front. Took the shot. Matisse Kasserek wide open on the back door. The puck finds him again. His 4th goal of the weekend. And the Riverkings lead 2-1. Ironwood trying to plead a case. I think what they are going for is that A, that puck didn't cross the line, or B, the net was off the moorings. Could not tell from this angle, but they tried to plead the case, and now the net goes on the moorings as it's adjusted down to our left-hand side. And here comes Sheehan right back the other way with a backhand attempt. Ends up going wide. Almost got that one right back. Now here's Young. Able to negate the icing, and he's got Curry out front. Knocked away from him, though. So Manson Edwards get the assists on that one. Kasserek's 4th of the weekend. Now here's Earl over for Scott, and he scores. Ironwood gets it right back. There we see it again, that defense jumping into the play. Scott vacated his point to come way down to the bottom of the circle. They found him. He slips it over the shoulder of Schutte. And we are now even at 2.
Number 2, Brian Scott. He was assisted by number 9, Zach Earl. Scott.
So Scott from Earl with 3:02 left in the period, and now here comes Brett DeLatte looking to take the lead right back. Takes a shot, rebound chance, and the net's off the moorings again. Boy, the floodgates opening late in this one, just like they did at a later point in the first period. Chances of plenty on both sides.
That prize went beginning of period number 3.
2:43 left here in the second period. Face off down to the right-hand side of Houston. Peterson trying to spin a shot in, and now here comes Danner back the other way. He'll chip it around Jacob Gatos. Gatos, strong on his stick, got away from Danner. Plays the puck back to the wall. Martin couldn't flag it down, and now look out, because here come the Riverkings with a chance for some numbers, but Jones got there first. Jones will flip that one all the way back down. Will it go for icing? Yes, it will. And Black comes down and forces the whistle. So Kasserek with his 2nd of the game for the week, 4th of the weekend from Manson Edwards at 16:29, then at 16:58. Scott's goal from Zach Earl. Here's McManus. Wrapped back for the point area, trying to find the exit. Krieger with some space. 2-on-2 across the line. Has Kasserek with. Krieger stops up, dishes it back down low. Here's Kasserek looking out in front. Houston denied. And the rebound goes in, but it's waved off. Houston had that one deflect in on his pads. It ended up laying in the blue paint. And as he went to make another save, I think it was off of quarters, the net gets knocked off of the moorings right before the Riverkings put it in. Close call, but we stay tied at 2. Houston has been pretty sure of how he's been handling the puck all throughout the weekend, and that was a bit of a snafu there. Almost ended up costing him, but the net comes out of the moorings. Now here are the Riverkings again at the side of the net. Another shot, save made. Houston again lunging out. The net's off again. Here's Krieger for Kasserek. Net's back on. Deflected in front by the Yoopers and back out to neutral. Fleming just flips it in. That one will go into the glove where it's left down by Houston. 1:25 left in the second period. Out to neutral, and that will be touched by Quarterson. No hand pass, but here comes Matisse Kasserek. Chance for a 3-on-1. Kasserek across for Peterson, just missed. Now Matson. Off of the wall, fanned on it. Peterson twists the shot. Houston puts the glove on it, says enough. He'll take a whistle with 1:04 left in the period. As chances continue to come, but now it's the Riverkings who are the ones threatening. Shots on goal, 27-14 in favor of Wisconsin Rapids. Griffin to take the face-off against Quarters. At least that's what it was slated to be, but now Earl is going to have to step in to take the draw. Ends up winning it. Jones up the wall. Mavrogiannis there on the intercept. Griffin trying to poke that puck free. Will, and now here comes Sheehan. Trying to work free. Had Gato spun around. Got his stick on it though. Now Earl fires a shot. Didn't get enough of that one. And it'll be played back in the wall by Jones. Ahead for Mavrogiannis and a chance for a 2-on-1 as he's got Quarters catching up. Here's Mavrogiannis changing the angle. Gets free. Mavrogiannis denied. Glove save. Rebound chance. Then covered by Houston. Alexander Mavrogiannis trying to go high to the glove hand side. Julius Houston a little left-handed larceny to keep this one square at 2. 39.2 seconds left in the second period. That's got to be a real unsettling feeling when you're a goaltender to know that you made the glove save, but then not feel that puck in your hand as it fell down. Ended up staying under Houston just long enough to get the whistle. It's a good save there. As Houston, like we said, is really doing his best to keep his team in the game. He might have to face another chance here as Kasserek bats it down in front. Wraparound attempt, didn't make it through. And Kasserek has it again. Here's Mance. Back-handed attempt, this time blockered aside by Houston. Time running down in this period. And here's Earl back in. He's got Sheehan catching up. Gonna feed it that way. Krieger lifting his stick. Backhand forehand. Denied by Schutte. The net comes off of the moorings. And a whistle with 13.4 seconds left in the period. Cole Krieger might have done just enough to harass Sheehan from behind. It was a nice feed by Earl. Sheehan had about a half a step on Krieger, who reached the stick out. Was able to slap the stick to Sheehan, fumbled it momentarily, ended up getting the chance, but maybe not the chance he wanted. And that will result in a Krieger slash as well. Talk about good penalties to take, and that might have been one. Here's Pillett. 10 seconds left in the period. McManus maybe just looking to eat up the final 6 seconds here, tying things up. Fleming is in there as well, and that will do it for period number 2. Another very entertaining 20 minutes of hockey here from the Southwood County Rec Center. Welcome back, everyone. Just about set to begin the third period of play here from the Southwood County Rec Center. All tied up at 2 here in game number 2 between the second-seeded Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and the 7th-seeded Ironwood Fighting Yoopers. Matt Panier joining you here on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media as the Riverkings take to the ice for this third period. Well, it's the first time these two teams have been tied after 2 all season long through the 4-game set and through game 1. It had not happened at all. Looked like we were going to be tied after 2 yesterday, if not for late goal from Brooks Hatfield. Made it 1-0, and then of course the Riverkings having that monstrous third period, scoring 5 goals. I'm sure they would like to see that again here tonight. The Riverkings this season were tied after 2 a total of 6 times, going 3-2-1. When being tied after 2 on the other side, when tied after 2, the Ironwood Fighting Yoopers went 2-1 on the season. Don't forget, taking a minute 47 of power play time to begin the third here as Cole Krieger sits in the box. So we headed back down to the left-hand side as we are underway here in the third. Riverkings trying to advance in the USPHL Premier Midwest playoffs. Here's Sheehan. for Earl. Trying to step back down low, give it off for Griffin right in front. Morrison is denied. Wide open and Schutte robbed him. Back toward the corner, that one knocked away. Here is Gatos with some time, some space, and Riverkings fans can exhale. Morrison got wide open, good puck movement to start things off. And now this one's going to go all the way down. It will go for an icing. No, icing got waved off. Sent right back out by the Riverkings. 65 seconds left on the power play as Ironwood resets. A glorious chance for Morrison in front. Here's Griffin. Earl trying to chase it down. Fleming to it first. Earl ties him up, plays it back down low for Griffin. For Earl, and now to the point for Pillett again. Fumbled the puck, and he'll have to chase it back out to neutral. Bit of a break there for the Riverkings. Here's Sheehan. Bit of pass back across. Locates Griffin. Ran out of time as Fleming cut him off too. Toss back in by Griffin. McManus winds it back around. Sheehan able to cut it off. He'll get it right back in the point area. Sheehan running out of time, trying to shot, knocked away by Kasserek. Here's Earl, 23 seconds left in the power play. Sheehan manning the point, back to Earl at the top of the circle. Earl, down low for Griffin. Griffin spins it back out in front, and Morrison is denied again. This time, he was met in front by Kasserek. But once again, another point-blank opportunity, and Schutte closes the pads on it. Excellent setup, not once but twice by that Ironwood power play as they get Morrison in front. Didn't have quite as much time this time. Schutte's made two pretty good saves so far in this third period. Just 10 seconds left on the power play as Susek comes out to play. They'll give it off for Jones. Bounced around at center now. Sici across the line, trying to feed it off for Gavin Matson. Matson tosses it from a tough angle. Riverkings back to full strength. Mavrogiannis out on the ice now. Here's Sici. Crunched by Delat. Sici comes up with it though. Looks back out in front. Comes all the way back to the point. Wrist shot blocked by Mavrogiannis and clear. Will that have enough for icing? Doesn't look like it as Jones catches up to it. Just past 2 minutes gone here in this third period of play. Still tied at 2. Thanks to a couple of big saves from Eric Schutte on that Ironwood power play. Here's Mavrogiannis. Back to the line. Gatos, wrist shot. Save made. Rebound chance. Covered up. As once again, Houston fumbled that puck just for a moment. Ended up jumping on top of it right at the perfect moment to get that whistle. Otherwise, Mavrogiannis was sniffing around. Scored a goal like that yesterday. 17:41 left here in the third. Face up to the right-hand side of Houston. Kasserek trying to poke it forward. Ends up chasing it back behind. Pillett for Danner. For Pillett again. Got Morrison with. Was chased down by Kasserek. Had to toss it down low. Here's Morrison. Hit by McManus. Pillett back down low. Feeds it back to the point. Shot coming. Didn't make it through. And now here comes Krieger trying to work his way out. Lost the puck, and here's Danner. Walking in. Takes the shot. Didn't get past McManus. Riverkings getting in front of the biscuit now. And then Pillett gets taken down. Did not know Kasserek was there. Penalty coming up. And it looks like it's coming to Kasserek. Well, Kasserek was behind Pillett, who sort of backed right into him. Marty Quarters going to ask the question of that one.
Wisconsin Rapids penalty to number 7, Magnus Kasserek. 2 minutes for roughing.
They're going to give him a rough on that. Certainly one that could be debated. Here is Sheehan with a shot score. With a screen in front, right off of the face-off. Ironwood back on top, 3-2. Sheehan's second of the contest. A sneaky wrister the first time. Another sneaky one. This one lofted over the glove of Schutte. I did not see who provided the screen. I think it might have been Earl cruising out in front. It was either Earl or Danner. And Ironwood is showing the way again here. Still plenty of time for the Riverkings though. 17:04 left here in the third.
Ironwood power play goal scored by number 77, Brandon.
Delat giving off for Gatos. As the Riverkings trying to get things into motion. They've been playing defense for most of this third period so far now.
56.
At even strength, they'll try to get something going. Here's Sheehan. Pressure by Mavrogiannis, who almost held it in. And here come the Yoopers once again. Earl back down low, not tripped up. Gatos might have got away with one there. Here's Jacob Gatos ahead for Peterson. Has Mavrogiannis with, but chips it in. Alexander Mavrogiannis. Bumped by Wellman. Scott coming to try to help out. Here's Caleb Greenow. Deflects one ahead for Wolf. McManus, nifty move, and then another poke, and now Peterson carrying it over the line. He got chopped down, penalty coming up. Not much question about that one as Wellman gets the stick into the skates of Peterson. He'll draw the penalty, and now the Riverkings will get a chance on the power play. Well, if you want to draw some comparisons to the last time these two teams met for a weekend set, the Riverkings blew out Ironwood 7-0 on night number 1, then the Yoopers came back and won 3-2 the next night. Part of the story there was that the Riverkings ended up going over on the power play. So they can get a power play goal here and maybe try to erase a little bit of history. Shot got deflected to the corner. Scott trying to catch up to it. Krieger is there first, and now Mance feeding it back to Kasserich, who has both of the Riverkings goals. Krieger tied up back behind by Martin. Mance trying to peel it out, finally does. Gives on for DeLatte. Threw it through the mixer, nobody was there. Sichi fell down, that'll allow Gatos to catch up to it. Sichi picks his pocket but can't clear. Into the corner, Kasserich trying to dance away from Scott does. Here's Matisse Kasserich. Walks all the way to the circle, pass across, just missed Gatos. Sichi falling down again. Gatos trying to get the puck away from him, does. Scott there to help out. Flipped up, and DeLatte almost able to hold in, but he can't. Left it back and then cleared by Martin. Good penalty killing thus far by Ironwood. Here's Kasserich. Peterson now out on the ice. Matters Mavrogiannis as well. Kasserich gets taken down. Flip back into the Riverkings zone where Schutte will just leave it off for Brett DeLatte. 52 seconds left in the power play for the Riverkings. Here comes Alexander Mavrogiannis. Dips away from Sheehan. Carries across the line. Alexander Mavrogiannis trying to pass it back for quarters. That one deflected off of a skate. Comes back to the wall. Mavrogiannis still has it though. Walks out. Takes a shot. Save made. And it's held on by Houston.
Tonight's winning number is on a white ticket. Winning number is 4-9.
The Riverkings in that 3-2 loss to Ironwood went 0 for 6 on the power play. Right here, I believe, is power play number 5 for Wisconsin Rapids. Pass back ahead, now a shorthanded chance for Griffin, working in, denied by Schutte. Big save there, he'll sprawl out and cover. Monstrous save by Eric Schutte as he robs the second leading scorer in the USPHL Premier Midwest. .24 seconds still left on the power play for the Riverkings. Mark that one down if they can find the equalizer. Right up on the draw, Schutte has to shrug one aside. Peterson trying to play it up the wall. Scott has it. Will file it toward the corner. DeLatte put the hit on Sheehan. Now here's Gatos stepping away from a couple of chops from Sheehan, then poked away by Griffin, but Mavrogiannis is there. He'll try to spin free now. Here comes Peterson across the line. Power play's over, but the Riverkings still threatened. Thrown out in front. Deflected wide. Quarters. And I think the net's off of the Warnings, and now we get a little bedlam. Houston going over to the pile as well, kind of pointing at Adam Peterson. Houston had lost his stick, and the net came off of the moorings. Quite honestly, I didn't see what happened there, but Peterson or Mavrogiannis might have got tied up there with the goaltender. Houston didn't seem too pleased by it. 14:01 left in the period. Riverkings will have a face-off in the offensive zone with their top line out. Scott Sturgeon, the Ironwood coach, kept a quick word for the official. Hoping to see a penalty. Bassett also trying to plead a case. And at the very least, Ryan with the face-off is going to come outside. Now the Riverkings want to ask the question as to why. Quick explanation, and away we go. Well, maybe not yet. Griffin in quarters in the face-off dot. Griffin's going to get tossed. Now Sheehan wins the draw and gives it back for Wellman. Pass ahead, deflected in by Griffin, so no icing will be called. Here's the lat with Earl right back behind him. Up for Mavrogiannis, trying to get it away from Jones. Here's Earl on the back end. He'll get bumped by the lat, and then he'll give him a shove back. Now Danner working at the side of the net. Danner trying to feed it out in front. Bouncing puck, Gatos toward the line. Wellman there first. Knocked down. Danner trying to get through traffic. Got it poked away by Mavrogiannis, but a penalty. Nope. Is it a penalty or a hand pass? Arms up, but a signal was made for a hand pass. Well, those of you watching, and this had confused me before. Oh, this is going to be a high sticking call to quarters. I thought maybe it was a hand pass, but it's quarters who goes off, and another power play coming up here for the Yoopers. 1 for 3 on the power play. They lead 3-2, and the Riverkings cannot allow a power play goal here. Mance spins it back out to center and all the way down. Big moment in this contest. Here's Sheehan with Griffin. Sends it in over the line. Earl at the top of the circle. Had Peterson there to take it away. Not yet cleared though. McManus will have to chase it back behind. McManus to the point. Sheehan able to hold it in. Mance there to put some pressure on. Held in at the top of the circle now. Earl trying to pull the puck free. Pardon me, that's Danner. Cleared back off of the shin pads of Sheehan. Here's Pillett. Nobody home. Peterson just backhanded in. That takes care of the first 50 seconds of the power play. Here is Pillett. Little space to work. Chopped at by Peterson. Wrapped back around in hopes of Griffin. He's just going to let it go back to the point. Nobody was there. Sheehan does catch up to it just in time. They almost lost it to Peterson. Here's Wolf. Picked up by Ironwood again. Sheehan working back at the point. There's a shot from Pillett. Didn't make it through. Rebound chance stopped by Schutte. And then it'll smother at the side of the net. Another big save there by Eric Schutte, who's been really busy in this third period. The power play for Ironwood has been fantastic. Remember, they had that power play to start the period. Morrison had a couple of good chances. Sheehan then scoring on the second power play of this period for Ironwood. Here on the man advantage again. Eric Schutte comes up with another brilliant stop. 12-17 left here in the third. Ironwood leading 3-2 with 45 seconds left on their power play. At the circle, here's Wolf, try to pass it through. Gatos able to cut it off. Back toward the line, Wellman fires a shot, got deflected, and the rebound is sent all the way back down into Ironwood territory. Into the final 30 seconds of this power play. Riverkings need the kill, and then they need to get the offense rolling. With a pass back across for Wellman. Deflected in, the lat. Now Schutte just wrapping back for Gatos. He'll reverse it back over to this side. Wellman stepping up, trying the shot, missed it wide. And now Matisse Kasrick with Krieger. Locates Krieger. He goes one-on-one with the defender, steps around the check. And Krieger and Matson will meet back behind. Here's Kasrick. Both teams had full strength. They try to play it back to the point. Mance able to come and hold it in as Krieger's going to go off on a change. Here's Kasrick. Flipped away from him, knocked down by Fleming. Kasrick has it again, trying to step away from Scott. Back to the line. Fleming couldn't hold it in. Laid offside. Quarters didn't vacate the zone, so that's going to bring a whistle with 11:11 left here in the third.
Stevens Point provides you with business and personal insurance with the greatest protection and lowest cost.
Well, 3-2 here in this second contest of the weekend. Game number 2 between the Riverkings and the Yoopers. Yoopers looking to stay alive. The Blue Hawks with a 3-1 lead in Game 1 against the Blades. The Moose have taken a 2-1 lead against the Ducks late in the third period there. And the Bullets will be moving on as they take down the Muskies 7-1. Morrison feeds it through, and that one deflected, knocked away at the net mouth. Is now Jones. Will play it back ahead. Danner trying to put one onto the stick of Morrison. Ended up missing him. Wrapped back in and out. Here comes Rich Young. Young. Trying to get it back down low. Bouncing puck away from Fleming and a chance for a 2-on-1. Here comes Danner. He's got Morrison with. Danner taking a look, trying to shot. McManus ran him out of time. And now a chance for the Riverkings if they can get on their horses, as there are some changes being made. Here's Scott out to challenge Young. Boy, the Riverkings almost caught. Ironwood in a change. Now Edwards trying to feed one through. Hurry setting up in front of the net. Here's Young. Back toward Gatos, away from him, and now here comes Morrison. DeLatte off of the bench, though, to cover. Morrison wanted to pull it past DeLatte, lost the handle on the puck. DeLatte and Morrison tying up. Curry there to watch. So is Jesse Edwards trying to get it free. As we now hit the halfway point of this third period. Ironwood leading by 1 here in game number 2, trying to stay alive in the USPHL Premier Midwest West playoffs. Curry ends up coming up with it for the Riverkings. Passed on nicely for Young. He'll chip around the defender, Wellman and Chase. Young tying up with Wellman. Good fight for that puck. Wellman able to play it away from Young. Riverkings are making some changes, and now Scott finds some space and clears. Into the skates of Gatos, taken away by Earl, and now he's got some help coming. Passes across, knocked away. And here comes Krieger. Krieger could not control in time. The Riverkings again had an opportunity to catch Ironwood up ice. Now Jones stepping in, fired the shot, mishandled it, ends up going wide, and Kasserek skates back into his own end. 4 goals on the weekend, 2 yesterday, 2 today. They can use a little bit more magic out of the check, as that one is sent in and covered up by Houston with 9:07 now left here in the third. It'll be all systems go here for the Riverkings, you can imagine, as they look for that equal up marker. 33 shots on goal to the 25 of Ironwood. Penalties have been a bit of a problem here for the Riverkings in this third period. Going to need to stay disciplined and find that offense. Face-off won by Ironwood. Flip back ahead, Seachy will try to chase it down. Fleming catches up to it first. Seachy puts the shoulder into him. Fleming reverses ahead for Peterson. Peterson muscling away from Wolf. Finds Mavrogiannis, spins him around. Alexander Mavrogiannis will have to chase it down back behind. Here's Mavrogiannis circling the way against Mavrogiannis all the way through. Pulls the trigger on the shot. Rebound chance. Comes all the way back to the line. McManus can't hold it in. Chip back ahead, and now here comes Wolf. 2-on-1. He's got Greeno with. Wolf with a pass across. Greeno. Good play by Mavrogiannis to knock it away. Sprawling play on the back check. Erases the scoring chance. Net comes off of the moorings. And Alyssa with 8:26 left in the third.
Scoring service in Wisconsin Rapids is ready 24 hours a day.
Well, Ironwood almost caught the Riverkings up ice as they began to put some pressure on. You can see now a little bit of gambling happening here by Wisconsin Rapids. They're going to need to as they look for that third goal. Still plenty of time though. 8:25 left here in the third. Now ahead for Kasserek and away from him as Morrison will take it at neutral across the line. Nice play to get that shot off and then blockered aside by Schutte. Didn't look like Morrison had much room there to get that shot off, but he got a good one off. Back ahead into the skates of Krieger. DeLatte. Delayed penalty coming up here, and it will be against Ironwood. Just what the doctor ordered here for Wisconsin Rapids. They'll go back to the power play. A chance to find the equalizer here with 8:01 left in the third.
Ironwood penalty, number 8, Ryan Danner. 2 minutes for roughing.
So it's Danner, 2 on the rough. Yesterday the Riverkings going 1 for 4 on the power play. 0 for 4. Reverse that script here today. It's Ironwood 1 for 4. Riverkings 0 for 4. Here's their 5th attempt as they try to put us back on level terms. Going to have to chase it. Now Griffin looks to chip it away from DeLatte. DeLatte able to take that puck away though. Nifty moves there. Ironwood looking to kill a little bit of time, and Mance almost took it back away at neutral. Yoopers with the puck. Here's Griffin. Dealing it back for Jones. He'll try to send it the length, but it's intercepted by Jacob Gatos. Now Gatos with a chance to take it for a skate. Over the line, wrapped it back over to this side at the top of the circle. Kaserick is there. He's got the lat with Sheehan trying to tie him up. Kaserick just looking to chop it in the corner for Mance. In a bit of danger. Jones ties him up. And now here's Mance again with quarters. So a little bit of a different look here on the power play. It's Kaserick. Back to the lat. Wrist shot, score! Brett DeLatte ties the game with a power play goal. 7:08 left here in the third. Excellent puck movement by the Riverkings. Brett DeLatte manning a point. A little bit of traffic in front. It looked like Houston had a look at it, but could not get the blocker on the Brett DeLatte shot on time. His first goal of the weekend, and we are even again. Here is Morrison, back behind now. Flip back in, and a bouncer comes in on shooting, and he will cover. So Mance and Kaserick with the assists. Matisse Kaserick, just like yesterday, 2 goals and a helper. DeLatte, who had notched 8 goals on the season, including 4 on the power play. Maybe no bigger power play goal than that one right there. 6:53 left in the third. Now 3s on the board on both sides. Illidan to take a face-off against Quarters, and now here comes Adam Peterson with a head of steam. The Riverkings with a bit of pep in their step now. Here comes Peterson, looking to turn the corner, feeds it out in front. Just missed Mavrogiannis. Peterson coming right back, lifting the stick. That one deflected back toward the corner, and Peterson has it again. Adam Peterson turning it back over to this side, still has it on the backhand. Peterson looking to feed it through in front in Quarters. Had it deflected away, but then a whistle, and once again the net comes off of the boards. The Riverkings come firing right back with that top line as they try to ride the momentum, take the lead back. Remember, they did lead at 2-1. Back and forth affair here in game 2. Now Curry up on the face-off. It's taken down. Gatos trying to play it up the wall. It'll come back to the line. Curry, nice hold, maybe not. As it comes out for an offside. 6:25 left here in the third period. In regulation, if you will. As that one is chopped back ahead by Ironwood. Here's Earl, met by DeLatte. Earl picking it back up behind, try to center for Griffin, knocked away. And now Brett DeLatte will pick it up and take it for a skate. With a pass ahead for Nurse, just missed him. No icing though. Here's Martin, spinning away from Nurse. Throwing it back at the wall, just out of the reach of Edwards. Gatos is there. He'll send it ahead for Edwards again, and maybe a chance for some numbers here. At least a 3-on-3. Edwards going to drop it back for Nurse. Takes the shot, missed it wide. Earl in his own zone, skating through, lost the handle on the puck, just plays it safely back to his defense, splits them though, and gives it on for Houston. Sensing the danger, had to throw it out to neutral. A nervous moment there for Ironwood. Facing a bit of adversity here after the DeLatte goal ties the game. And now here's Mance. Wanted to feed it back for Krieger. Found him. Mance has it again. Able to walk in. Mance takes the shot. The save is made by Houston. Rebound going to come back to Fleming. Has it on the backhand. Pulls to the forehand. Passes across for Kaserick. His shot deflected just wide by Krieger. Now Mance has it again. Trying to pull the trigger on a shot knocked away from him. And Wolf will clear it back out to center. Now it's a foot race for the puck. Here's Sici catching up, and he gets taken down by McManus. A big hit there. And here come the Riverkings right back. Kaserick working toward the far side. Trying to step around 2 defenders. Couldn't do it. Picked up by Sici once more. Sici 2-on-3. Takes the shot. Glove down and held onto by Schutte. We've seen moments like this in periods throughout the weekend where the ice starts to open up a bit. Here in the 3-3 time with 4:53 left in the third. Teams exchanging chances again. Face-off is won by Ironwood. Danner lost the handle on it, though. That one shipped past Jones. It'll be a foot race for the puck. No icing coming up. Martin feeds it on for Jones. Jones is hoping for a bit of help. Found Gatos out at neutral, though, and that one skips on Houston and comes back out front. Lucky break there for Ironwood that there weren't any white jerseys waiting for that puck. Here's the Lat. Trying to feed it through into the shin pads of Pillett. Danner able to hold in. He'll try to skate past Gatos. Couple of moves. Knocked away, though. And Pillett has it again in the corner. Attempted centering pass. Does locate Danner. Throws it out in front for Jones. Blocked in front as Mavrogiannis gets in the way. And now here comes Peterson back. Peterson takes the shot over the top of the net. Porter's looking to flag it down. He'll take his man down. Peterson's got to get it. He's got Nurse in front. Peterson on the backhand. Takes the shot. Save made by Houston. And he'll cover. And Adam Peterson says hello. The Ironwood keeper having another good game here as he's now stopped 35 out of 38. We stay even with 3:56 left in the third. Curry, top of the draw, trying to play it back toward McManus. Griffin might have played that with a high stick, but the Riverkings touch it first. Poke back to the line, taken on by Dalton Teeter with a pass. Nice job by Nurse to deflect it. Carried ahead by Fleming. And now Curry chasing it down. Curry looking to skate free from Wellman. Nurse has it again, steps out. Save made, the rebound was there, but Griffin was in front of Edwards. Backhanded ahead, Fleming for McManus. And they're going to say the puck was played with a high stick. That's going to bring a face-off down in Riverking territory. Not a high-sticking penalty, but a high-sticking infraction. Wildly entertaining game two here from Wisconsin Rapids. 3:28 remaining in the third period. We're all square at 3. Sheehan on the power play goal early in this third period off of a face-off. And Brent Delat with a power play goal for the Riverkings to tie it. With about 8 minutes left. Back out in front. Here's Curry. Looking to spin away from Jones, and it'll be McPhee. Overskating the puck, though. That one away from Curry. Both teams trying to settle things down, and now here comes Delatz getting in over the line. Takes the shot. The save is made as Houston was waiting right at the top of the crease. Delatz looking to bring the Southwood County Rec Center back to its feet again. But this time, Houston was in good position. Right out at the top of the crease, challenging the shooter, making sure there wasn't much of an angle there for Brett Delatz. He's Gastrick going to take the draw. 3-point contest for him, just like yesterday. Here's Krieger for Ryan Mance. Centering pass. Wellman was waiting for it. Now Gatos fires a shot, and that one flutters over the top of the net. Back ahead for Seachy. Krieger into the Ironwood zone. Now under 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Dangerous pass ahead. That one will skip all the way back down into Riverkings territory. And here is the Lat. For Gatos. Seachy creeping into the forecheck. Turned over to Martin out at neutral. Kasaric patrolling neutral. Krieger able to knock that away. Delat going to step up. He's gambling a bit here, even with a 3-3 tie. Seachy. Into the skates of Wolf. Now Gatos. A chance to tilt the puck through neutral. Finds the red line and sends in. Kasaric going to catch up to this first. Kasaric. Riverkings make some changes. Quarters fires that one wide. Mance deflected it at the side of the net anyway. Would have been played with a high stick, but Ironwood touched it first. With Madison Fleming. Up the wall, nothing but blue jerseys there. Carried ahead. Good job by Fleming to deny the entry. And now Martin off of the glass and in. Down a minute 54 left here in the third. Could we be destined for some extra hockey on this Saturday night from Wisconsin Rapids? Back out. Here comes Quarters with some space across the line, and he's got some help coming. Quarters setting things up. Threw it through the blue paint and out the other side. McManus tossing it back down low. Jones misfired and then finds Griffin. Mavrogiannis got his stick up on Griffin. Might have got lucky there. And Jones got his stick into Mavrogiannis, and now falling down. Peterson was ready to wind up. And a good play there by Scott. From his belly, knocking that one away. And now Quarters, right onto the stick of Scott. Pinball's back. Fired ahead by Wellman, and now a 3-on-3 across the line. Sheehan dropping it off. Shot taken, didn't make it through. Fleming denies it at the front of the net. Wellman tries to throw it back that way again. Rolling puck. Knocked away. Wellman will toss it down, and the Riverkings just wanted to clear. Griffin kind of bailed him out there. Otherwise, it could have been an icing call. Wellman right at the bench, and now Peterson across the line. Poked away from him, and a chance for some numbers back the other way for the Yoopers. 44 seconds left here in the third. Shot from Sheehan, looking for his third of the contest. And Karam back to the point. Jones had it knocked away by Peterson and back out of neutral. Here's Ironwood. Flip back in by Martin. 30 seconds left here in the third. The lad ahead for Kasserek. Kasserek looking to step over the wall. Feeds it for Krieger. Puck skips away from Mance. 20 seconds left in the period. Now Seachy back ahead for Pillett. 1-on-3 across the line. Looking to pull the trigger. Missed it wide. Got pressured by Gatos. Now Mance flipping it back ahead. Chopped out to center by Krieger. 8 seconds left in the third. In on Schutte. Maybe one final time there as he drops it off. 4 seconds left in the third. Bank back ahead. Turned over, and Schutte had to make one more save right at the buzzer as we will head to overtime. Game 2 headed for an extra session here from Wisconsin Rapids. It will be a 5-on-5, 20-minute continuous overtime, sudden death. First team to score wins the contest. If Wisconsin Rapids does it first, they're moving on to round number 2. If Ironwood does it first, we're coming back here tomorrow for game 3. As they are tied with the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings after 60 minutes. Matt Penner joining you here on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Quite the contest here from the Southwood County Rec Center. After the Riverkings took a 6-0 victory yesterday, the Yoopers have hung in, and they have been tough to handle here today. It all started at 10:18 of the first period. Brendan Sheehan assisted by Cameron Wellman. Then the Riverkings at 19:59. That's right, just 1 second left in the period. Matisse Kasserek from Ryan Mance Colfer. That made it 1-1 after the first period. Then the Riverkings got on the board first in the second. Matisse Kasserek from Ryan Mance and Jesse Edwards at 16:29. Then at 16:58, Ironwood retaliates. Graham Scott from Zach Earl made it 2-2 after 40. Then in the third period, Ironwood got on the board first with a power play goal from Brendan Sheehan, his second of the contest, assisted by Tyler Morrison. The Riverkings got a power play goal right back about 10 minutes later. Brent DeLatt from Matisse Kasserek and Ryan Mance brought us level once again at the end of regulation. Shots on goal, 48-29 in favor of Wisconsin Rapids. All of that right now trivial. All that matters is the next goal. Ironwood went to overtime 3 times this season. Went to the shootout once. They went 1-1 in overtimes, winning against the Steele County Blades on November the 12th and falling to the Muskies on December the 15th. The Riverkings went 2-1 in overtimes this season, winning against the Hudson Havoc back on October the 20th, falling to the Minnesota Moose in the Showcase contest back on December the 23rd. And the last time they were in overtime, it was here at the Southwood County Rec Center on a Sunday night against the Dells Ducks. A 4-3 overtime victory. Jacob Gatos, the overtime hero in that contest. It'll be a little bit of a different look from the last time these teams were in overtime, though. Normally a 3-on-3 5-minute that then goes to the shootout. Here in the playoffs, 20 minutes up on the board, 5-on-5 hockey until we find the next goal. Teams will have the long change here in the overtime period as well as they swap sides again going into the overtime stance. The Riverkings right to left across your computer screen, mobile device, or television. And the Ironwood Yoopers will be attacking down on the right-hand side as Caleb Griffin is ready to step in and take the face-off against Austin Porters. Riverkings score next. They're moving on. Ironwood scores next, and we're coming back here tomorrow. Overtime is underway. Wrapped back to the point. That one will elude Wellman and go all the way back down. as Scott has to chase it back into the defensive zone. He'll be met by Alexander Mavrogiannis. Riverkings certainly could use a little something out of this top line here as Quarters walking right in, at his stick lifted. That's actually Mavrogiannis, and then it's cleared back to the line. Good opportunity there to start things off here in overtime as it's sent back in by Brett Delat. Mavrogiannis looking to step off of the wall again, comes back to the line. Delat there to hold. Delat weaving through, has it on the forehand shot, save made. And that one then goes wide. Good opportunity there. Here is Sheehan across the line, 3-on-2. Sheehan looking to step around Gatos, and he'll play him back to the wall. Now Peterson looking to flag it down. Alex Jones ahead, comes back out, then carried across the line. Well offside as Sheehan had not come back. Brett Delat looking to end this one early, stepping through traffic. I don't know that Huset got a piece of that one. It looked like maybe he did. Wasn't much of it. Delat might have just missed. Face-off just outside of the Riverkings end as both teams make some changes. This has been the most dangerous line all weekend. Matisse Kasserek and Ryan Mance. Today it's Cole Krieger now. He carries across the line, gives off for Kasserek. Kasserek with a pass across for Mance, just missed him. And now back in the corner, here is Pillett once again. Looking to clear it back to the line. McManus fires the shot right into the glove, and Huset will hang on. Beautiful chance there for the Riverkings. Ryan Mance looking to end it at the far side post. Just missed the connection from Kasserek. Here's Krieger. In to take the face off again. Wins it cleanly back to McManus, who lost the handle on the puck and will have to retreat back to neutral. Just decided to send in. Riverkings will chase on the forecheck. Here's Krieger. Backhanding it down the wall. Reverse back to this side. Krieger has it again. He has Fleming back at the point. Trying to chop it through Martin. Back to the corner. Kasserek there. Here is Krieger. Spinning free. Giving down for Kasserek. He's got Mance with. Kasserek working over to the far side. Thought about tossing it in front. Decided against it. Has it again. Steps up to the wall. Takes the shot. Save made by Huset. And he'll hold on. Excellent pressure here by the home squad early on in overtime. Now up to 42 shots on goal. Nearly 2 minutes gone here in the extra session. Third line now out. Edwards, Curry, and Rich Young. Gatos back on the blue line to be countered by the CT line as this one is tossed toward the corner. Now back to Young. Young, his shot deflected in front, maybe not. Edwards was there providing a screen, and Huset is able to hold on. Not a bad idea at all there by Rich Young. Every shot in overtime is a good shot. Here's Gatos. We're going to toss it through traffic. It'll be picked back up by Jesse Edwards. Stepping toward the net mouth, feeds it for Young. Young running out of time back behind, still forcing the issue. And now Edwards looking to poke it back toward the corner. And the Riverkings are just chasing down all these loose pucks. There's Delat with a shot, blocked. Gatos, another shot deflected just wide as Huset made the save. Here's Edwards, taken away by Seachy. Somehow able to flip that one free. Now Wolf for Seachy again. Matson knocked away from him, back out at center. Wellman steps up and sends in. All Riverkings so far in this overtime period, and they'll try to reset again. Here comes Delat. Carrying ahead. Young tells him just to take it. Delat going to carry in, try to fire the shot. Couldn't make it through traffic, and here's Young. Spinning free back behind. Young all alone. Looking to feed it back out. Delat has it again. Trying to feed it down low for Peterson. Loose right in front of the net. And denied is Delat. Right there. Huset got the pad on it. Another shot. That one skips in, and Huset covers again. Riverkings coming in droves here in the first 3 minutes and 2 seconds of overtime, trying to end this one. Brett Delat absolutely robbed by the right foot of Julius Huset. Now Alexander Mavrogiannis weaves through, trying to fire the shot. Another shot gets deflected over the top of the net and out of play. Right now, it looks like Ironwood is just skating in quicksand. Riverkings are getting to every loose puck. They're creating opportunities. Passing is crisp. Ironwood having a hard time keeping up. See if they can somehow fire back as Mavrogiannis tries to wheel through. Played back down by quarters. Mavrogiannis catching right up to Scott. Going to rip it away. Comes all the way back to Peterson. He fires a shot. That one deflects over the top of the net. And Mavrogiannis again, skipping away from a check. Has the puck. Works to the circle. Fires a shot. Might have been throwing that across for quarters, but just missed him. Now Fleming. He fires a shot. The save is made by Houston. More opportunities here for the Riverkings, and another one in. And Houston will hang on. Riverkings already up to 8 shots on goal here in overtime. How much longer can Julius Houston hang on for Ironwood? Kasrick, Manson, Krieger again. Kasrick stepping in to take the face-off. Krieger trying to wrestle it away from Manson. Played back ahead, and now Ironwood is out at center. Here's Morrison, met by DeLatte, cutting him off. Now DeLatte just going to wind that one around. Comes onto the stick of Kasrick. He's trying to feed it through. Knocked away. Danner had it ripped away. And now here comes Jacob Gator. So pass ahead for Mance. He'll find Kasrick. Caught the defenseman flat-footed. Kasrick in, denied. Rebound chance still at the side of the net. Now Krieger tries again. And it'll be held on to by Houston. More pressure from the Riverkings. Kasrick caught Martin flat-footed at the blue line. Was able to skate in, had a good opportunity, but Houston comes up with another big stop, and then one on Krieger as well. Face-off played back to the wall. Riverkings trying to knock it down again. There's quarters bumping Cici. Bouncing puck to Mavrogiannis. Peterson fires a shot. That one slowly rolls in and is covered up by Houston once more. Now 11 shots on goal from the Riverkings here in overtime. And we have just passed 4 1/4 in the extra session. Face-off one cleanly by quarters. Gatos fires the shot. Deflected in front by Mavrogiannis. Might have taken a little too much off of that one. Deflected out at center again. Peterson firing it right back in. Riverkings content to work on the forecheck again. It's been good. Here is quarters. Couldn't settle the puck down. Peterson gets to it though. He'll toss it back down the wall. Mavrogiannis is there, but it's out of his reach. So Scott catches up to it for the Yoopers. Cici out at neutral. Fired right back in, but Mavrogiannis was caught offside. And a whistle here with 15:15 left in overtime. Well, both the Mullets and the Moose have moved on. Moose coming back with a 2-1 win over the Ducks. Mullets 7-1 over the Muskies. Looks like the Blue Hawks are in position to take game 1 up 5-1 with 2:03 left. They will play tomorrow. That'll be game 2. And the question is, will we be playing tomorrow as well? Icing will be charged here to the Yoopers. Face-off over the left-hand side of Julius Houston, who's now stopped 48 out of 51 in this contest. Krieger wins it cleanly. Now over for Fleming. One-timer missed it just wide. Off of the carom. Kasrick picks it up at the side of the net. Pass intercepted by Alex Jones. Jones again, poking it back out to center. McManus. Nice touch on for Fleming. Long one in, Banks, and here's Kasrick again, trying to chop it toward the net mouth. Just missed Mance. Played back ahead, and Sheehan racing back out, looking to turn the corner. Sheehan in front, nice poke away there by Fleming. And Kasrick will help it back out to center. Sheehan's been extra dangerous in this contest. Now it's turnover at center. Here comes Krieger across the line. Krieger dipping over to the far side, leaves it back for Mance. Mance, a couple of moves, able to step to the circle. Ryan Mance still in possession, throws it out in front, intercepted, and here comes Sheehan again. Sheehan one-on-one with McManus. DeLatte tracking back. Earl trying to jump into the play. It's tossed back down low. Sheehan and McManus come together. McManus is down, and we get a whistle. McManus minus a glove, clutching his face as he and Sheehan came together. I don't know exactly what happened there. Riverkings bench questioning if there should have been a call, but nothing will come of that. 14:10 left here in overtime number 1 with a face-off coming up over the left-hand side of Eric Shute. Look where Morrison is, right in the top of the circle back behind Griffin, but the face-off is won by the Riverkings. Peterson with some space, going to carry over the line, sends in. Cross corner dump to the near side. Quarters lost his stick, played back out to center. This one rolls all the way down, no icing though. Left back behind by Shooting. Now for Gatos. Gatos taps it back ahead. Scott got tied up and now Peterson can carry in over the line. Peterson with a shot, missed it wide. As Quarters will hold. Quarters, long wrist shot. That one skipped just wide. Here's Mavrogiannis with it at the top of the circle again. Surveying, leaving it down. Peterson stepping out, trying to stuff, loose at the side of the net. And it'll be covered up by Houston. And we're going to see a little physicality here. As Mavrogiannis tries to pull one out of the pile. Peterson still standing in the crease next to Houston. Comes up with yet another stop. As we said, not a bad idea there by Peterson. No shot in overtime is a bad shot. Never know what's going to sneak through or come back out on a bad rebound. Castro wins it cleanly. Here's Krieger for Jacob Gatos. Gatos at the side of the net at Mance, but it got poked away from him. Wolf back out at center, hoping for Matson. Knocked away from him, but here comes Seachy now as he steps away from Delac. Goes one-on-one with Gatos. Lost the handle on it. Back to the wall. Krieger wrapping it around, but Matson is there waiting. Throws it back out in front. And then it was fanned on by Wolf. Here comes Kasserick with a head of steam through neutral. One-on-one with the defender. Takes a shot. Knocked aside by Houston. Mance tosses it right back to the net. Mal stopped by Houston again. Kasserick to Delac. Delac, wrist shot. Houston, glove out, hangs on, gets another whistle with 12:57 still remaining in overtime. Excellent action here from the South Wood County Rec Center in this second game. The USPHL Premier Midwest West playoffs between the Riverkings and the Yoopers. Ironwood trying to extend their season into tomorrow. Face-off won by Quarters. Griffin knocked it away, plays it back ahead, just out of the reach of Earl. Shooting's going to come out and play it. He falls down. Earl trying to pick it back up, but it's back behind. And now back to the line. Here's Scott a one-timer, that one wide. Here's Sheehan throwing it back out in front. Riverkings right there. There's another shot, that one wide. Go right back out in front. Shooting is down, and it's cleared back ahead. Nervous moments there. The Riverkings get out, and now it's carried ahead by Peterson with a shot save made. Rebound chances cleared back behind. Peterson throwing it right back out in front, deflected just wide, and the net comes off of the moorings. Unbelievable scenes here from Wisconsin Rapids. Shooting getting bailed out a couple of times by his players in front. Houston left a rebound on the Peterson chance. Quarters almost had that one deflect off of him and in. But we play on with 12:24 left here in overtime number one. Face off to the right-hand side. And now Curry trying to poke it free. Edwards, good hard work there. Curry stepping into the mix. It's Gatos. Down the wall toward the far side. Dylan Erst lets it go back to the point. Danner was free, and they're going to try to feed it through again. Good job by Curry not to allow that puck to get free. Danner has to hold as Morrison was trapped offside. He'll tag up, and now Ironwood can chase again on the forecheck. Delat back ahead for Curry. He has Nurse, but decides to carry back ahead. Danner right in his back pocket. Thrown back to the line. Knocked away by Jones. Here's Curry again, just trying to get it deep. Danner ahead. Delat pokes it. Couldn't get it out, though. Delat finds it again. This time he'll get it back out to center. Wellman fresh off of the bench. Heads up play there by him to chase that puck down and send it back in. Here's Delat off of the back of the net, trying to catch back up to it. Bouncing puck, taken away by Wolf. Backhanded in front. Swung at, then missed. And cleared back down by the Riverkings. That will go for an icing. So now Ironwood's starting to punch back a bit here. It's been all Riverkings so far in overtime, and a timeout going to be taken here by Wisconsin Rapids. Maybe not a bad idea. Rest the troops there off of the icing. Well, you can see both of these teams looking pretty gassed. Even Ironwood, knowing that they get that offensive zone face-off, kind of breathing heavily as they head back to the bench. What an entertaining first 8 minutes and 40 seconds of overtime it has been. It's been all Riverkings. Riverkings for the most part. 16 shots on goal so far in overtime for Wisconsin Rapids. On the other side, I believe that would leave just 3 for Ironwood, but there were some nervous moments there. Eric Schutte falling down a couple of times with the puck left back behind. You can see all 5 white jerseys in front of him jumping right toward the crease, not allowing the shots to get through. Julius Hussett's been good. He's made a couple of big saves here as well. Face-off will come back down in Riverking territory. Timeout allowing Riverkings to rest that line. That was not allowed to change. It is the top line. With Austin Porters getting ready to center. They countered by the top line of Ironwood as well with Griffin Sheehan and Zach Earl. It looked like the Riverkings trying to make the change there. Onto the timeout. Nurse Edwards and Curry have to come back out onto the ice. Now they're going to get sent off. Sent right back on. And then sent right back off. Ironwood trying to say those are the guys that were on the ice. I don't know if the Riverkings were trying to make a change out of the timeout, if that's been allowed in the past or not, but either way, maybe a little gamesmanship as that killed a little bit more time. And now the Riverkings trying to find the exit. It's poked back out to neutral, sent right back in the knockdown. Curry trying to chase it down. Bank back ahead for Earl. Here's Edwards. Riverkings still haven't been able to make that full change. They did get Peterson out on the ice, though, as he tries to skate away from Scott. Now Edwards is going to go to the bench. That'll allow Quarters to come back out. Mavrogiannis out as well. But here's Griffin getting across the line. Griffin in, looking to pull the trigger. Looks for a wraparound, throws it back out in front. Sheehan couldn't get enough of it on the backhand. Here comes Mavrogiannis with some space to work. Across the line, Alexander Mavrogiannis backhands one down low. Peterson throws it right back out in front. That would have flexed over to the wall on the near side. Peterson looking to twist the shot in front. Ends up back behind. Mavrogiannis has it again. Centering pass intercepted. Griffin. The pass over for Earl. One-on-one with McManus. Has the issue, forces and tosses it back down low. Gatos. Pass ahead. Ends up in the skates of McManus. Now we'll find Mance. Mance able to step away from Alex Jones. But then he's edged away by Pillett. Wrap back to the point. Fleming, fresh up the bench. Could not play the puck, and it'll come back now where Quarters has to retrieve. Quarters safely ahead for McManus, on for Mance. He's got Kasarik with. Finds him. Here comes Matisse Kasarik. Gets around Martin, picks it back up in the corner. Trying to spin away from Martin again. Kasarik still with the puck. Wanted to feed the point. Bounce back to the slot, where it is picked up by Ironwood and cleared back ahead. Knocked down by Fleming. Now Krieger. He and Pillett come together. Pillett gets the worst of it. Ends up falling down. But the puck is back in the Riverkings' end. Deflected out at center. Seachy has it again. Seachy across the line. Would have been a delayed offside. McManus giving on for Ryan Mance. For Krieger once again. Carries across the line. Cole Krieger with a shot. That one through the blocker's side, but not on target. Here's Fleming. Sent back down low. Scott to track it down again. 9:15 left here in overtime. A long pass ahead. Hoping for Seachy. He and McManus will come together. McManus cuts him off. Here's the lap. Back for Alexander Mavrogiannis. He's got Kasarik ahead. Going to try to feed it that way. Intercepted though by Wellman. Right onto the stick of Adam Peterson, who almost got through. As this one's played to the line for Matson. Matson trying to get past Mavrogiannis. Back to the Riverkings end, but intercepted by Delat. Here comes Brett Delat, turning across the line, gives back for Quarters. Plenty of time, plenty of space. Takes the shot, deflected, rebound chance just away from Mavrogiannis. And now here comes Seachy back out. Matson, little space, goes one-on-one with Gatos, runs him out of time. And now Gatos with a pass, trying to feed that one over to Peterson. Too many blue jerseys in the way though. Martin flipping it back into the Riverking end. Delat delays, gives on for Peterson. He'll kick it ahead. Almost got Mavrogiannis. There's Griffin with a puck though. He and Sheehan are out once again with Earl. Jones knocked it away. Sheehan lost the handle over the line. Delat with it again. Flips it ahead, hoping for Rich Young. And now here comes Young with Peterson. Young around the defender. Young is in with a shot. Just missed it wide, trying to sneak it on the blocker's side. And now here comes Sheehan back. The pass over for Griffin. Across the line, one-on-one with DeLatte. Griffin looks to dip the shoulder, has it again, tries to feed it out in front. What a save by Schutte! Banked over the glass, but not yet out. Now it is. Here comes Young, 1-on-3 across the line. How did Schutte stop that one? Martin with it again. Ahead for Sheehan. He'll go one-on-one with Gatos. Sheehan with a shot, missed it wide. Gatos. Harassed back behind, turned over to Griffin. Takes a look, tries to spin away from Kasarek. The Sevens tie up back behind, and now here's Danner stepping in. 7.5 left here in this first overtime period. And that one off of the post on the backhand from Danner. Here's Griffin. Plenty of threat here from Ironwood. Another shot. Didn't make it through. Cleared, but not out. Another shot. Save made. Rebound from Danner denied by Schutte. And then cleared back to the line, but once again not out. Wellman back down low. That puck turned over. DeLatte lost the handle. A wraparound attempt. Schutte knocks the net off of the moorings and a whistle. A desperately needed whistle there from the Riverkings. Ironwood trying to say that Rapids shouldn't be able to change. They were trying to keep Young on the ice. The Riverkings absolutely gassed. Schutte made an incredible stop on Sheehan, then got some help from the post on a backhanded attempt from Danner, which would have been a real sneaky way to end this overtime period. Almost slid it past Schutte. 7:05 left here in this first overtime period. McManus over for Fleming, and now Kasarek with some space. Passed on for Krieger. Mance tags up. Here comes Krieger. Trying to spin back. Lost the handle on it, but Raymond Fleming has the puck. Shot it intentionally wide, just trying to keep the play alive. Here is Kasarek. Looking to feed it through for Mance. Kasarek somehow comes up with that puck and still has it. Here's Kasarek stepping over the wall, very strong on the puck, trying to feed it over for Fleming. Fleming will have it again, just backhands one in, and now Houston will cover. So Houston making the saves early here in overtime, and now Schutte making a few of his own. Kings looking to turn the tide back to our left-hand side here. Just over 6.5 left in this first overtime period. Face off over the right-hand side of Julius Houston. Touchdown 55-58. Might be called upon here again. There's another shot into the equipment at Quarters. Quarters tying up his man. Picks it back into the circle and backhands it down low where Alexander Mavrogiannis retrieves. Back to the line, McManus. Fakes, fires. That one off of the skate of Mavrogiannis. And now Sheehan able to twist one on for Earl. Across the line with Griffin onside. That one shot over the top of the net. Just barely onside, by the way. Now Quarters, back to the line. Martin, one-timer denied as it is closed off by Schutte. Big save there. Now twisted back out in front by Griffin, but intercepted, and now here comes Fleming. Racing ahead with a pass across for Peterson. Peterson with a shot into the glove, and Houston hangs on. Another high-quality stop there by Eric Schutte as Sheehan was forgotten about at the far side circle. Trying to one-time it through the wickets, and Schutte closed it off. 5:50 left here in this first overtime period. On a face-off, poked around at the dot. Curry trying to retrieve. Nurse there as well. Bouncing puck held in and deflected back out. Here's Nurse trying to muscle away from Seachy. Nurse poking it ahead. Pillett through the skates of Seachy. Gatos with a pass ahead finds Curry. Curry's got Nurse breaking into the net mouth. Will he try to feed it that way? He does, but couldn't get it through. Now this puck splits both DeLatte and Gatos. No icing going to be called. It's DeLatte will have to come back and retrieve. DeLatte taking a look. Passes ahead, finds Nurse. Trying to spin it in at the line. Curry, and now Edwards retrieves. Here's Edwards with Curry right at the side of the net. Couldn't feed it that way. Back to the corner, and Curry has it again. Has Gatos back at the point. He'll find him. Gatos down low, deflected on, and batted away by Houston. Riverkings making some changes. Here's Edwards feeding it out. Mance walks in, denied once again by Houston. And now out to center. It'll be poked away by DeLatte. Here is DeLatte. Wrapping back over for Ryan Mance. Mance going to carry it back ahead as Kasserek with feeds it that way. Now a one-timer, no pass back across in the blue paint and cleared. Boy, Edwards could have pulled the trigger on the one-timer, but he tried to feed it back for Kasserek. Here's Gatos ahead for Kasserek. And now Griffin across the line with Sheehan and Earl trying to dance around to Lat. Didn't happen. Now off of the back of the net. Griffin will flag it down again as he tries to feed the point in Martin. Kasserek cut him off. Gatos off of the glass. Out of the stick of Martin. His shot deflected up and out of play. Well, that rush was well executed by the Riverkings, and I thought Jesse Edwards was getting ready to pull the trigger on a one-timer there. It would have been a pretty good opportunity, but trying to make one more pass back to Kasserek. Got intercepted in the blue paint by Ironwood. We play on. Wrapped back by Fleming. This one's going to go all the way down, and Teeter will get there in time for an icing. Now with 3:57 left here in this first overtime period. Indeed, we are still tied after the next 3:57. We'll have a resurfacing of the ice. Teams will swap sides, and we'll try it again for 20 minutes. 5-on-5. Peterson cut off. Up the boards. Over the head of Mavrogiannis. No icing going to be called, though. He and Teeter come back. Teeter able to kick it up the wall on the near side. And here's Alexander Mavrogiannis. Good work in the corner. Able to come up with the puck again. Trying to toss it back down low. Out of the reach of Peterson. First to it will be Cici. Here's Teeter. To Morrison. Fleming holding in. Batting it down low. Just away from Peterson. He'll pick it back up though. Peterson surveying his options. Twists his shot on. Loose in front. Bouncing puck comes back to the top of the circle. Fleming with a shot off of the pad. And back to the corner. Riverkings is still in possession. Here is Peterson once again. Spinning at the bottom of the circle. Still spinning. Rejected at the side of the net, but Kasserek fires a shot. That one got deflected wide. Here's Quarters. Back to Raymond Fleming. Fleming tosses it down low for Adam Peterson. In front, looking for Quarters. Bounces in the slot. Here's Kasserek again. Over for Quarters. Shot it just wide. And now right back to the side of the net where it's coming up by Houston. Quarters was wide open in front. I don't know that Houston. He might have gotten a glove on that one. But another quality chance for the Riverkings to end this one. 2:48 left in the first overtime. Face off the right-hand side of Julius Houston. Played back ahead, now turned over in front. What a save by Houston. Rebound chance from Mance is denied as well. Oh, Ironwood, a little lackadaisical trying to exit the zone. You can't do that in overtime. Turned it right over to Matisse Kasserek, who found Mance, and Julius Houston comes up with yet another beauty of a stop. Riverkings will leave that line out. Krieger with the face-off. Delant deflected on. And the save made by Houston again. Riverkings continuing to put the pressure on. 25 shots on goal here in overtime. And Houston obviously has stopped them all. And now, off of the face-off, it's Mance again, twisting through with a shot. He scores! Ryan Mance, overtime winner, and the Riverkings are moving on. Half of the team mobbing Mance, the other half mobbing Eric Schutte. Equally critical players in this overtime period. And on their 26th shot of overtime, the Riverkings finally break the deadlock and take the 4-3 victory. Michael Cici, the first over to Marty Quarters. Cici, of course, the former Riverking. Boy, say what you will about Ironwood coming in as a 7 seed, but for about 7 periods of hockey here, they gave the Riverkings Riverkings all they could handle. Maybe 6. You might want to discount that third period yesterday, but Ironwood battled hard here in Wisconsin Rapids throughout the weekend. The Riverkings get the sweep, but it was not an easy task here in round 1. Ryan Manson was fighting a bit of a leg injury here on the weekend. Factored in on all 4 goals. It was his first goal of the weekend, and it was a critical one. Last year's leading scorer of the USPHL Midwest finds the perfect time to tally. What else would you expect from Ryan Mance? Dancing through a couple of defenders, some nifty moves, lifting one of the glove hands out of Julius Huset, and a 4-3 overtime victory here for Wisconsin Rapids. So, 4-3 the final here in overtime. The Minnesota Blue Hawks victorious at 6-1 over Steele County in Game 1. If they complete the sweep tomorrow, next weekend, it will be the Minnesota Blue Hawks here for a 3-game set and the right to move on to Boston in the final round of the USPHL Premier Midwest USHL Premier Overall playoffs. Well, we thank you so much for joining us here on Hockey TVN, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. What a fun one this one was. Back and forth all the way through. Ironwood battling the best they could, but in the end, Wisconsin Rapids is moving on. The 2-game sweep, the 4-3 overtime decision here.